Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We are live for what could possibly be the biggest Sabres game in the decade. Sabres going against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now, tonight, it is a huge matchup. It is one of the biggest matchups that we've seen. Let me know how the audio is. Again, we will fix that throughout the stream. What's going on, everybody? Drop a comment right now with your score predictions. I expect a lot of penalties, a lot of fights in this one. Winner will be in prime position to win the Atlantic, while the loser, it shifted back. Of course, if the Sabres lose, it's a little more a rough situation for them. They would be then 4 points behind Tampa. Tampa would pretty much be battling it out with Montreal the rest of the way. A Sabres win, though, puts them in the driver's seat and could really set up a fun end of the season. I really don't know who I want to play in the playoffs. It's going to be tough either way, but it should be a very fun night. Audio a bit quiet. Okay, perfect. I'll have Jaden switch that. Thank you for the update. It will get louder as we go on. But yeah, should be a very fun game. I'm excited about this one, as I know a lot of you guys are. We'll see what happens. Some key guys out for Toronto. Hagel and Sorelli out day to day, both of them. Lingering injuries. Maybe a little bit scared to face the Sabres. I don't know. Going to be a fun game. I know they're showing the Rick Jenneret video now that their playoff clinching moment. The Sabres again announced parties in the plaza are no more. It's going to be party at Canal Side. So anyone that wanted to attend any of those, pretty much the same concept, just a little bit more room in the Canal Side area. That should be a fun time. I'm excited for those. I'll be going to those, of course. And it said only 4 home games. You would think they would open that up for away games too. I can't imagine they don't do anything for away games. Maybe an in arena watch along. I always worry about those though when you're watching the game somewhere else and somebody's got their phone open that's a second ahead and you get spoilers. So it should be a very fun game and a very fun time in the playoffs. I cannot wait. It's going to be fun. What's going on, guys? Pissed off Sabres fan, how's it going? BOC Rob, how's it going? Sports Dom, how is it going? Sabres got to match the intensity that the Lightning are going to bring tonight, though. These last couple of games, the Sabres have been flat. And, Flat Stanley has had a lot to do with that. He has made everyone on the ice around him worse. And it's not so much a talent thing, more so a scheme thing. He's got to work his way back in there. Him and Luke Shen on the third pairing tonight, which on any other night is an egregious decision. But tonight, I think it makes sense. You want physicality, you want experience. This is basically a playoff game. This is the Sabres team you're going to get. This is the Sabres roster you're going to get in a must-win physical game. You got Josh Dunn. You got Jordan Greenway on the fourth line. I'm not saying Jordan Greenway is going to step up physically, but he at least has the size to endure some physicality. And then, of course, Shen and Stanley. If neither one of them gets in a fight tonight, I want them gone. That's the only reason they should be playing tonight because Stanley has looked atrocious, and Luke Shen should never step on NHL ice for a playoff caliber team. But here we are. How's it going, Marcus? Welcome back. Kate Barry, how's it going? Welcome. What is the like goal? Let's see what we're at right now. We are at 7 likes right now. Let's get that up to 10 real quick. We're going to keep increasing the goal as we go on. Got 30 people in here right now. Bucks, how's it going? How many penalties are we going to get in this game? I would say oof, the last game had like 110, 120 penalty minutes between these two teams. I'll maybe take somewhere in between the 45 and 60 penalty minute range. I don't think we go as crazy, but hey, you never know. Just Buck sub. Thank you. I appreciate it. Again, if you guys are new, like and sub. This is going to be a fantastic game. I've been excited about this one for a long long, long time. The Sabres have this nice little wagon outside the arena. They have the little lights that they usually have in the arena that say "Just Win," and we're back, and it's crazy to see the amount of buzz that is in Buffalo right now. I cannot wait for the playoffs. Sawyer, how's it going? Kate, we've been live a little bit the last couple weeks. But yeah, we took a little bit of the midseason off, got caught up, and we're back. Had a good time watching this team. I've still been watching every game, of course, but now we're back live. Sawyer has an insane story. Let's hear it. Pregame story with Sawyer. Whoever wins the game wins the East. I'd say whoever wins this game has a good chance to win the Atlantic. The East, I think, is going to be Carolina. Carolina is just they don't lose, and they seem to be in less of a battle, and their schedule looks a little easier too. So I think they're going to be in a better position to win the East. But if the Lightning win, if the Lightning win this game, I have them picked as the Atlantic winner. If the Sabres win, I would give it a 33% chance to all three of those top teams in the Atlantic. Drink of the game today, we have this orange lemon water. I've been drinking this lemon water recently. I'm a big fan. We got the anthems going on right now. Then we're ready to go. Marcus has 100, hitting the over on that on penalty minutes. It could very well happen. Keep in mind, though, these teams know that as much as this is a playoff type atmosphere and it has a lot to do with seeding, keep in mind they want to stay healthy for the actual playoffs too. So we're not going to see, I don't think, any bonehead decisions. We're not going to see a line brawl or people risking injury. It's gonna be towing that line, but I don't think we're gonna see anything too extreme where we 100% would see some of that stuff in a first round matchup, say between these two teams, which very well could happen. It looks like the Lightning have their third line out here to start the game as we have the anthems playing, which includes former Sabre Zemgus Girgensons. Big Zemgus fans here on this channel and in Buffalo in general. I know a fan favorite, but can't be rooting for him in this game. Whose jersey do I have on? I have a Rasmus Dahlin goat head jersey on. It was when he was the assistant captain, though, so a couple years old. But Sabres rocking the goat heads, had to match it. Truth, how's it going? How many goals are we getting today? Buck says. I'm gonna take the under from the last game. The last game was 8-7, so I'll take the under on that. Maybe 6 goals. I'll say 6 goals. Maybe a little less of a crazy game than the last one, but you never know. Over under goals. All right, I'll say it's 5.5 goals. Everyone, leave your goal predictions in the chat. 5.5. I'll take the over, but I'll predict 6, so not too much over. Over under Bills win 12 games. The schedule's tough. I really don't know how this new slew of coaches are going to affect this team. I'm tempted to take the under on that. I still think the Bills make the playoffs, but I think there might be a little bit of an adjusting period with new head coach, new coordinators. As Kate Barry, I know you know very well about the defensive coordinator. So yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit of a grace period for the Bills, but I'm not too concerned. That new stadium's going to be rocking. And what a way for the Bills to start up their season, hopefully after a Stanley Cup run from the Sabres, which isn't impossible at this point. Bucks thinks it goes to overtime. I could definitely see that. Sawyer looking for his lost grandmother. Jeez. Well, I'm assuming that you found her if you're in the chat, but scary situation there. Goaltending, Vasilevsky versus UPL tonight. Very similar numbers. Vasilevsky has played better as of late. He's started off a little sloppy, but 912 save percentage on the season, 2 shutouts. Khalil Shakir is banging the drum. Speaking of the Bills, that's getting the crowd all hyped up. He's got a Dahlin captain's goat head jersey on, so stealing my flow a little bit, but a little bit newer jersey there. Khalil Shakir, of course, going to be the Bills' #2 wide receiver this year, so that should give him a little more separation. Sabres 10, Lightning 9, shootout win. Wow. Remy says Stanley will have 2 fights. I hope you are right. All right, Sabres starting a little bit lighter line. Quinn, Zucker, and McLeod. So no fight off the opening draw. Sorry to disappoint everyone, but we are underway. Byram behind his own net. Zemgus Girgensson squeezes him to the corner. And the Sabres already pinned in their own end here. Quinn steals the puck, and he's going to fly around. He's going to shoot it up top, and Zucker taps it into the Lightning end. The Sabres' first pressure of the game. That slowly stops, and the Lightning turn it over to McLeod. But he can't gain center ice, and he's going to tap it back to UPL. Both teams will have an opportunity to change here as Bowen Byram regroups in his own end. Byram, a tap pass up, and Doan chases after it. Good pressure by Doan. Finds a wide open Norris in front of the net, but his deflection just goes wide. Point shot wide. A good chance already for the Sabres with Josh Norris. Now Norris gets tripped up. No penalty there. That should have been an early penalty, but coming off a game where the refs were not too favorable to the Sabres in Ottawa, it looks like that might continue today against the Lightning. Norris in his own end. He's going to slide it to an open point. That doesn't get out of the zone. A sloppy pass from Josh Norris. But good recovery from Rasmus Dahlin to keep that puck away from any scoring chances, but a bad pass up the ice. Samuelson to Benson, doesn't find Benson sick, and that will result in an icing. Like 5-3 Buffalo. How's it going, Jonathan? Yeah, we should have a fair amount of physicality in this game, though. Do not worry about that, even if it waits till the second or third period. Also, guys, I haven't got a whole lot of sleep lately, so the energy doesn't seem too high. That is why, but trust me, I'm fired up about this game. Lightning win the face-off. And so, there's a quick shot off the stick. I think a UPL up and out of play. Sabres will be able to change now after the whistle. Shots 1-1. 18-23 to go here in the first. But that was a nice chance for the Lightning. Yeah, going to the moon. Maybe that's what it took. The Sabres haven't been good since the last time we went to the moon. So, of course, this time they're trying to go around the moon or something a little further. Stanley's first ice time. He backhands it up to center ice, and that one's going to go almost for icing, but they wave it off. Tuck tried to keep it in. Now the Lightning will clear. Zemgus Girgenssen's chasing after it. Played back up to center. It's loose, and Thompson kind of got held up there. And that's going to be a penalty, so they call that one. So we'll see what the Sabres power play can do. They've been pretty subpar all season long. Holmberg's going to get that penalty, either a hooking call or a holding call. Either one. Tage Thompson got ripped right on the blue line. Let's take a look at this one more time. It was just a bouncing puck, and Holmberg got tied up with them. And, yeah, I think that's a holding of the stick penalty. Sabres' first power play of the game, the first special teams we'll see tonight. Let's see if the Sabres can capitalize, something they have not been able to do in recent times. Sabres win the draw. Jack Quinn into Zucker. Quick shot. That one blocked in front. Lightning will clear. Not the start you want if you're the Sabres, but still plenty of time. The Lightning power play, 4th in the league. Sabres power play is 15th. Josh Norris tries to enter. His saucer to Zucker barely works out. That Sabres just struggle so hard on the power play, getting it set up, and the Lightning will swing it around the end boards and clear it all the way down to UPL. So already 30 seconds done with this power play. Still no action. Dahlin, he's going to take it coast to coast. Takes a shot. That one off the blocker of Vasilevsky. Up and out of play, and Dahlin gets crushed after the play. Thompson's jumping into it. Here we go. Lillenberg on the hit, and Thompson is getting into it with him. We got a little bit of pushing and shoving. No fights coming out of this. Sabres got to be careful. They got their top guys out here against some of the goofs on that Tampa Bay team, the penalty kill. Dahlin took the shot, and then, just into the corner. A late hit, a dangerous hit that dropped Dahlin to the ground. That honestly should have been a penalty. Definitely should have been a penalty. Lillenberg has the full cage on, like a college player, coming off a face injury. But that's That's pathetic right there. That is, there's one thing to be physical, but that's a little dangerous. Victor, how's it going? Yeah, Marcus, power play. Remy says, I'm so nervous. Again, keep in mind, even if they lose this game, we're in the playoffs, right? It's stress-free fun, even though we want the good seeding. Lightning clear it off the initial face-off there, and we are going to be halfway through this power play. So far, the only thing that's happened was a late hit on Dowling, so not the power play the Sabres would have wanted. Norris, center ice. Backhand pass goes nowhere. Jake Gensel's going to try to get it out. Now a teammate will clear it all the way down to UPL. So, again, the Sabres power play just not able to enter the zone and gain any pressure. Once they get it set up, they're usually pretty solid, but they just refuse to try anything new. Down to Tuck. Now Byram has it set up. Byram up top. There's a shot. Oh, it was loose in front. We have a penalty coming up to the Sabres on Alex Tuck. A hooking call, and Tuck cannot believe it. And Lindy Ruff can't believe it either. Robert, how's it going? So Moser draws the penalty. He kind of just fell down. Tuck cannot believe he gets called for that, but Alex Tuck, somebody who finds himself regularly in the penalty box once again. At least the Sabres will be 4-on-4 for 23 seconds before sending their penalty kill unit out, which has been pretty solid this whole year. A little bit worse as of late, but special teams does come in waves. Ref, you suck chance already underway. Josh Doan right off the faceoff is going to carry it all the way into the Lightning end. Doan and a little miscommunication there with Peyton Krebs. So the Lightning will regroup behind their own net with Nick Paul and Moser. Moser stripped by Josh Doan behind the net. Now he's going to regroup and find a teammate. So here we go. 130 on the penalty kill. So I'll put that animation there on the scoreboard. Penalty for the Sabres for 1:25. There's some good cycling by Tampa. Kucherov, got to watch out for him. Of course, one of the most dangerous players on the ice at all times. Oh, wide open look. UPL with a big save, and the Sabres clear it down the ice. Halfway now through the penalty. Good save by UPL. A point-blank chance in front of the net. UPL able to make the save. There's Darren Radish with the puck. He's been quite the surprise. No one expected him to have the success he did. Loose in front. UPL is going to have to cover that one up. 51 seconds left on the penalty kill. Sawyer, appreciate the dedication with that. The Tuck wants 88 million, 11 million. Yeah, I personally, as much as I like Tuck and appreciate that he's from around here, I could not reasonably pay him that kind of money. Guy behind the net who bangs the glass is so annoying. You got to get involved somehow, right? I can understand what you mean, though. The players on the ice, I'm sure, do not care about the guy banging the glass. You never know, though. A rookie might get phased by it. Lightning win the draw. Kucherov up top. Nice little move down low. Back to Kucherov. Good stick by Zach Benson. And now Samuelson strips it in the corner. His attempt to clear it doesn't go anywhere. Radish, a big slap shot from the point. UPL got a piece of that one. A 94.5 mile-an-hour slap shot. Gensel behind the net maintains possession for the Lightning. Back up top to Kucherov. Radish to Kucherov. His slap shot. That one blocked in front. Byram. Lightning still possession with the puck, though. See, this is something the Sabres power play just cannot do. It's one and done with their power play. The Lightning, again in front. Oh, slapping away at the open net. Luukkonen and Zach Benson managed to keep that one out of the net. The Sabres come back the other way, 3-on-2. 7 seconds to go in the power play for the Lightning. Drop pass McLeod. Oh, tried one too many passes. That one goes wide, but the Sabres kill off the power play. And here comes Tuck. Tuck with a little bit of space goes. Alex Tuck, right after the penalty, flies out of the box, toe drag, snipe, and Alex Tuck puts the Sabres up 1-0 early in this game. Keep in mind, the Sabres were up 3-0 and 4-1 the last time these two teams played. Let's make sure that wasn't offsides either. It looked pretty close. Yeah, Amanda, I can't show the game. The channel would get taken down instantly, so I know a lot of people want to do that. Can't do that. Looked onside to me. Stick side. Alex Tuck with a beauty. And how about that $11 million a year, huh? There we go. Good start to the game for the Sabres. Lightning win the draw. Gergensen's out there. He gets crushed. That was who's playing his first game in a while here for the Sabres. Need some of that energy out of him all game long. There's a flip past Krebs with a little bit of speed. Then the Lightning end. Finds Tuck again. That shot missed the net wide. Held in by Power. And a little bit of a turnover there. Good back check by Tuck to prevent a 2-on-1. And now the Lightning will try to change. Sabres will do the same. Owen Power in his own end, waiting for both teams to settle. Sabres fourth line, first shift for them of this game. Down low for Dahlin. Dahlin looking for a passing lane, can't find one, and he's still skating with it. Saying, come on, one of you fourth liners get open. Now he's just going to chuck it down the ice. Vasilevsky. Tampa, Paul. His pass gets deflected, but Lightning maintain possession of that one. Liljegren with the touch, his full face shield. I'm sure he's going to need that after that. Oh, Power gets crushed behind the play. I don't think he's going to respond because he never does, but that was a nice hit there for Tampa. Josh Dunn in the corner. And we got a penalty against Tampa. Whistled down. Going to be a trip. I don't know if it happened behind the play or what, but all of a sudden the arm went up and we got a tripping call. We're heading to commercial, but the Sabres just marvelous, wonderful power play. We'll get another chance when we come back from break. Alex Tuck, though, gets the game 1-0 Sabres. Yeah, lavish. I know this game is on NHL Network too, and that's kind of blacking out games for people. So glad to have you here, but I'm right there with you. Puck don't lie. Shen will also fight, hopefully. Good old Zemgus. Marcus, first time in your life seeing the Sabres in the playoffs. I was 6 years old, so I'll second that. I mean, I truly can't remember that time. The youth is going to be absolutely pumped for this playoff series. Again, all you guys in here, I hope you guys do plan on either watching our streams. Of course, I'll plug that first, but Don will be live with all the playoff games on here. I will be in the plaza. I will be live. So if you guys aren't in the streams, please come join us. We're going to be partying it up, having a grand old time. I want to see as many people as possible downtown. I see some people saying, oh, I hope it's ticketed. I hope there's not so much traffic down there. I hope it is flooded with Sabres fans. This should be a huge celebration because it only comes around once in every 14 years, it seems. So let's live it up like it's only going to happen once. And if we make the playoffs for the next 5 years, then we can kind of chill out on the partying too early. Tampa goalie doesn't look good on that goal. Yeah, was kind of not expecting the shot. They gave Tuck a little bit too much room, in my opinion. We're going to look at this tripping call. It did happen behind the play. It was Malenstein who got tripped. And Greenway hit Perry along the wall, and Perry lifted his stick and tried to hit Alex Tuck in the face. And Tage Thompson grabbed Perry's stick afterwards. So, yeah, these two teams, a lot of hatred. And Corey Perry, what a scumbag from that last game. So I hope they can get in a little bit of a scrap with him. So Sabres won the draw on the power play. Quinn back to Dahlin. Dahlin in front to Thompson. He couldn't handle it, and it's stolen. but not out. Good hold by Dahlin. Down to Tage. Tage, tried to get it in front. Tapping by Norris, missed. Sabres play back to the point with Quinn. Quinn. He's got some space. Pulls to the backhand in front. Zucker in the bumper spot. Pad saved by Vasilevsky. Good holding by Thompson. Dahlin. Up top, Quinn. Quinn looking. Now he's in the far corner with some space. Down low to Tage. Now he gets stripped. Dahlin keeps it in, though. Back to the point. Now Zucker loses it, and Lightning will clear. So a little bit of momentum there, but once again, Sabres a little too slow with the puck. You got to start doing some bang-bang plays here. Dahlin drop pass. Zucker now down low to McLeod. McLeod gets crunched along the board, stays on his feet. The Lightning will clear. UPL way out of his net to play that one. Only 45 seconds to go on this power play. So once again, an uninspiring situation on the power play for the Sabres so far. Sabres just keep it onside. Talk tip. A nice little set play there. Deflected on Vasilevsky, but a good save. McLeod able to keep it in momentarily. Down low to Tuck. Back to the point, McLeod. Byram up top to Tuck, and his pass is going to exit the zone. I don't know where he was passing that one. Byram regroups at center ice. Little miscommunication. McLeod handles a bad pass and skates it over center. He's going to find a bank pass to himself. Around to Tuck. Tuck just flubs another pass to no man's land. That'll be cleared, and that'll be the end of the power play. So Sabres, back-to-back power plays they don't take advantage of. That's going to set the refs up to call a penalty against them eventually to try to even things out, because that's how the NHL operates. Sabres touch it up. Fourth line out there now. Greenway holds it in. Down low to Dunn. Dunn swing pass. Finds Malenstein. Malenstein playing it deep. This line can get chippy, can get physical. Down low to Greenway. He's going to turn it over behind the net. And the Lightning will clear. Abbreviated 2-on-1 shutdown. And Josh Dunn carries it to center ice to Malenstein. Malenstein has speed when he wants to use it. Drop pass to Greenway. His shot deflected. Just wide. Dunn back to the point. Deflection right into the glove of Vasilevsky. That'll stop the clock at 9:57. We'll head to another commercial. And we got a little bit of physicality again. Malenstein, Greenway, here we go. Josh Dunn, and we got Corey Perry jumping on the pile. A brawl is ensuing. Gloves are flying off. We don't have an official fight going on. Josh Dunn's dropping them, but they're both on their knees. Paul is in on it. But Stanley, it doesn't look like anyone's going to officially fight. Malenstein's trying to go. Greenway's going to be escorted to the penalty box, but I'm sure there's going to be probably an even out here. Perry and Dunn going at it. So the Sabres fourth line getting involved early. You'll love to see it. Stanley still going at it. I don't think we should cut the commercial break here. Paul and Stanley pushing and shoving. But we went to commercial anyway, but the refs did not have that one under control. I'm going to assume we have even penalties on this one. Yeah, Victor, we gotta practice my play-by-play for boxing. Maybe do a couple UFC streams or boxing streams to practice for the playoffs. Yeah, Bucks. That's one of the best parts of the game, the fights, and I cannot stand the people that say it's a thing of the past. I mean, you could see how much a fight just lifts the entire crowd, the entire bench. It is not a lost art whatsoever. To get home ice advantage, I will go to the first game and the party in the plaza. Hope to see you there. Sawyer, I'll be there. I will be there. Surprised we got that tripping call after the Ottawa ending. I could not believe the amount of missed penalties on both sides that they did not call in the final 5 minutes of that Ottawa game. Cernak fist to the face, dislike him. Yeah. it's gonna be a scrappy game. There's gonna be cheap shots on either side, and you could kind of see the Lightning as the heel in this game and the Sabres as the face, if you want to put it into wrestling terms. The Sabres got to kind of learn that in the playoffs, you got to kind of be scummy. You got to be chippy. And we've seen the Lightning already a couple times. Corey Perry slashing a tuck in the face on the bench. I mean, you got to take those little jabs and get away with them. Yeah, Victor, I saw that at the end of that game, and that league looks decent so far. It's hard to get into it without a Buffalo team, and just some of the talent level is down, but there has been a couple of good games. Yeah, sideshow got to channel the RJ. Apparently the Sabres are going to get an extra penalty, I think. So Tampa, Tampa headed to the power play. You don't love giving them that opportunity. Quite sure what set hockey apart from other sports. Yeah, I think it's what makes the NLL so popular too. And in some cities, the fights, the hits. You guys don't know what that is if you're from Tampa in here. It's the National Lacrosse League. Of course, Buffalo has been back to back to back champions in it, and super popular here. But I know in other cities it isn't super popular. Chris Parker says, do a live stream from the game. During the playoffs, I'll be joining the live stream live in the plaza or in the arena, whatever we do. The first home playoff game, I will be live outside the arena. So, that will be coming soon. There you go, Victor. You could finally use that one. But Lightning on the power play. I'll put that graphic up. It's going to be tough to kill off. Kucherov, he turns it over to Tuck. Tuck, not a whole lot of space, so he's going to carry it to the red line, circle back, and now backhand it the rest of the way down. Vasilevsky behind the net touches it up. This is the Lightning's first full power play after the abbreviated one after the 4-on-4. The extra penalty coming to Jordan Greenway for cross-checking. Kucherov carries it in, back to the point. Radish up top, back to Kucherov. Good stick by Samuelsson. Power's going to have a wide open chance to get it out. Samuelsson steals the puck from him and dribbles it out. So Sabres able to change a couple guys, but not the time killer what you would have liked to see. Now the Sabres get it outside the zone again. Lightning have to reset at center ice. Radish. Now Kucherov slaps it in off Samuelson's stick and out of play. So exactly 1 minute to go in the power play. We'll have a whistle. Again, if you guys are new here, I'll plug this. Be sure to leave a like. Be sure to subscribe. We'll be live with every Sabres game from here until the Sabres are eliminated or win the Stanley Cup. I got to have faith and say that just in case they do. But I think we all can agree that it'd be a long shot, but it is possible. Gabby, how's it going? Congrats on the playoffs. Yeah, about darn time, right? Face off just outside the Sabres end. They win the draw, and that is Shen, who's going to rip it all the way down the ice. So that's a good clear, and Radish will regroup in his own end. McLeod on him. Drop pass. Another drop pass. So maybe trying to copy the Sabres' wonderful power play there with those drop passes. Shen brings his guy to the ground. Good play by him, and now he shoots it out of play. I think they're going to say deflected off a stick or the glass. No penalty there. That'll stop the clock. We're at 22 likes. We got 85 people in there. Let's get that up to 50 likes real quick. Yeah, Remy, I know you're not the biggest Greenway fan. Sabres win the faceoff, but the Lightning are going to be able to set something up here. Kucherov on the far corner, plays it down low to Paul, back to Kucherov, back up top to Radish. There, you got a nice cycle. Gensel up to Kucherov, he scores! And there it is, Kucherov in his office up top. Lightning got that moving around the Sabres. Kind of got trapped in the middle, and we got ourselves a 1-1 game. I think we got 12 total minutes of penalties. Yeah, Sabres got caught chasing a little bit there. You cannot forget about Kucherov, and at the same time, UPL's kind of gotta know that that pass is coming across. Yeah, Victor should be a good game tonight. National championship. Michigan's probably my pick. I think I'd favor UConn in that a little bit personally, but I think Michigan will probably win. Lightning win the face-off. And again, we expected a good game. We expected a close game. So all of a sudden, 1-1. Benson delivers a hit along the far side, and the Sabres are able to clear it. That goal came with just 19 seconds left on the power play. Unfortunate. But again, Sabres cannot capitalize on their 2 power play opportunities. That's going to cost you. Shen and Stanley on the ice, and just like that, the Lightning have control in their offensive zone, but a bad pass will push them outside. Zemgus Girgensons to center ice. Chips it into an open corner. Now Power out there for the Sabres. Power. Power has Holmberg all over him. Gets it to Thompson. Little pass to Tuck. We'll slide it up top. I think it's going to be an icing. It didn't touch anyone. They wave it off. And held in by Power. To Tuck. Tuck, nice spin pass. Krebs. Has a little bit of space at the point. His shot deflected wide. Another shot hit the side of the net. And the Lightning will play it all the way down the ice. Does it have enough for icing? It does. Just enough. We'll stop the clock with 7 minutes to go in the first. Yeah, Gabby, pretty trippy game already. We've had some line brawls, but no actual fights. Yeah, UConn's they're clutch historically. This Michigan team is pretty good. Couldn't believe the way they throttled Arizona. Girgensons and McLeod on the draw. It's going to be a tie-up, so they're going to redo it. Girgensons wins the draw, and that's a situation where how do you not have a guy that can win a face-off against Zemgus Girgensons? I mean, come on. Off an icing, you could put any guy out there, and your top guy cannot win a draw. Up ice quick to McLeod, but he can't really control it. Now just barely drags it over the blue line. And takes a cross check after the play. Oser gets it up. It's deflected in, so it won't be an icing. Byram creates a little bit of space behind the net. And it's going to end up being an icing against the Sabres now with 6:20 to go in the first. Who are the Sabres' biggest rivals? For the longest time, it was, the Senators, the Leafs, the Bruins. I guess this season you could say it's the Lightning. Florida for the last couple years they got into it, but it's hard to have rivals when you don't win games. So I think we'll see more of that in these next coming years, where the Sabres have a competent team that can actually have rivals. Because it's hard for these other winning teams to say we're rivals when even if we beat them, that we're nowhere near them in the playoffs. Playoffs build rivalries. Lightning win the draw, but the Sabres able to clear right away. And Norris will take it into the Lightning zone. Not a whole lot of space for him, though. He just turns it right over. That's a storyline down the stretch. Norris and McLeod have not been able to put up goals. Stone. Back to Norris. Well, I take that back. Josh Norris gets his first goal in I don't know how many games. And the Sabres, on their 6th shot of the game, go up 2-0. 11th of the season. We take another look at this one. Doan able to kind of use the ref as a pick. Drop pass to Norris. He slid it, I believe, 5-0 there on Vasilevsky, and good start for the Sabres. Just a drop pass, and no, but got it above glove side there. Wow. So a lot of people have been thinking maybe Norris is injured. That's why he's not shooting as much, but maybe that'll get the confidence up there. Yep, say his name and he appears. You'll love to see it. Sabres win the draw. That's the benefit of scoring the first goal of the game, too. You can allow one, then you just get one right back. You got the lead. It's just like that. Now the Lightning have a little bit of space off misdirection. Back to the point. Liljegren down low. Nice stick by Tuch to break that play up. Oh. Got a little close in front of the net there, but the Sabres able to clear. Krebs on the chase. Now Schenn able to backhand it up and out of play. He was at center ice, so it won't be a delay game penalty. 5:22 to go. We'll head to commercial. Norris pumped up after that one. Again, he's been struggling as of late. His only goal in recent times was an empty net goal, and I don't even know if you could classify that as recent times. Yeah, if Norris got on a roll, him and McLeod got to get going. That'll do wonders for him. And we're at 24 likes now. Everyone in the chat, just hit that like button real quick. Helps us out a bunch. Helps get more of you guys in the chat. Norris is pretty streaky. He will figure it out. You guys will really enjoy him. Yeah, and we compared the stats, Norris and Cousins. It's pretty equal this year. Cousins played a lot more games, obviously, because Norris was out for a lot of the beginning of the season. But if you just kind of double everything, double the games, double the points, it's pretty similar. So we'll see how that trade ends up looking. But Norris being the highest paid forward on this team is certainly something. And we'll see how that lives the next couple of years. But I like Norris. I think he's crafty. I think his IQ is through the roof. I've seen him have some masterful passes and play designs, and I don't know what's been going on recently. He just hasn't been shooting the puck, has kind of shied away from anything offensive. So that's good to see. Already did, Marcus. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'd be loving Cousins, but you think Norris is at least at his level. Yeah, I mean, talent-wise, I'd say Norris is better. Cousins has a little more physicality, which I think can even out his game a little bit. All the experts say Michigan has all these tall guys across the board and physical. Yeah, again, basketball's weird, right? Yeah, all you need is a one run in a game can win you it. So we're back from commercial now, getting ready for a face-off. You can tell these players are fired up. They feel the crowd. They know the importance of this game. So face-off's going to be right at center ice. Yanni Gord out there along with his line. Sabres have their fourth line out there. Greenway's back out there. Could we see a little bit of action here on this face-off? Keep an eye on it. Dunn wins the face-off. No pushing and shoving just yet off the draw. Power to the blue line. Finds Greenway's skate on a pass, but it's lost. And Dunn will have to regroup in his own end. Pass it back to Owen Power. Power sitting, looking for a breakout pass, but this fourth line so far this game has not been able to get open on those. And they'll swing it around the net. Laid back, Greenway takes a shot, and oh, it's loose in front, and now it's behind the net. Ballenstein gets pushed out of the way. And the Lightning will be able to clear. Greenway with a nice opportunity there, unable to bury it. Sabres will start a change. Power up top to Byram. They'll find McLeod down low. McLeod pass it back to Power. They'll have to regroup. Sabres finish the change. Quinn down low, and once again, the puck hits his stick, and it's off like a hot potato, but he leaves it for Zucker. Zucker shot up and wide. Tried to find a lane that wasn't going to hit his teammate Quinn in the face. Now down low, Tampa creating some pressure. Point up top. That shot goes wide. And 2-on-1 for Buffalo if they hurry. McLeod and Zucker. McLeod passes in. Zucker right on the goal line, but no goal. And once again, McLeod does not shoot the puck. 2-on-1 back the other way. Point. Toe drag back in. Pad save. And he goes hard into the net. The net's off. Braden Point laying on his back. Pushing and shoving. Samuelson much coming out of that one. Point still down. A fantastic pad save from UPL. Point now gets up. A little bit of a contact injury there. Nothing too serious, I don't think. But that can't feel too good falling into the net and having that kind of force to knock it off. Point leaning over the bench now. But we take a look back at this 2-on-1 chance for Buffalo, and McLeod has to shoot the puck. I mean, he just has zero confidence offensively right now. Still ended up as a good chance for Zucker, but he had to pick the pass out of the... I mean, everything would have had to go perfect there for Zucker to even have a chance. And then back the other way, Braden Point tried to go forehand, backhand after a nice little move around Samuelson, but UPL stayed with him. And UPL's been good on half breakaways and breakaways as of late. And Braden Point's going to limp it back to the locker room. I don't think it'll keep him out for the full game, but maybe Tampa looks at the grand scheme of things and says, hey, let's not risk it. So Tampa wins the draw. Deep in the Sabres' end. Norris, nice move behind the net to free himself up. And he'll sauce it over to Byram. Byram carries it in with speed. Abbreviated 3-on-2. Finds Norris. His shot. That one blocked in front, not a play. So Norris maybe gaining that confidence. Took a quick shot there. You like to see that. Shots are 10-5 in favor of Buffalo at the whistle. Yeah, Sawyer, 94 people in here. Everyone like and sub. Helps us out a bunch. Again, we'll be live every game down the stretch. I know Don was going to stream that last game against the Capitals, but the Sabres ended up clinching in a game that wasn't even theirs, so that Capitals game meant less. So Don, unfortunately, had to settle for a video instead of being able to read his moniker live stream. And there's a guy in the front row with a full USA Donald Trump shirt on. There's two of them right on the boards there. Looks like a USA jersey, custom made. That is interesting. I don't know if that'd be a Tampa fan or Buffalo fan or just a proud American. I don't know, but anyway, Tampa Bay back the other way. That shot goes wide, and we got a whistle. I think we're gonna have a penalty, a tripping call coming up on Buffalo. Gensel draws it. Stone headed to the box, so Tampa could have a chance to even it up on the power play. Why was UPL not in the goal on Saturday? Well, I think they want to kind of keep Lyon active because there's probably going to come a time in the playoffs where the Sabres are going to have to change goalies. So you got to keep everyone a little warm. At least, I don't know, in my opinion. I mean, if UPL look great every game, sure, but there's probably going to come a time where the Sabres elimination game, you got to try something different. So Alex Lyon, it was out of net for a while, and boy, did he look rusty. Quick shot off the draw, glove down by UPL. That'll be held on to. So 5 seconds into the power play, we got a whistle. Got to stop the penalties. I agree. And they're playing the classic Chell song right off the draw. Tuck steals that one. The Sabres hurry. It's a 2-on-2. McLeod and Tuck. Tuck has space, and his shot tried to go glove side. It did not get out, and then they pointed like it went out of play, but they say play on. 1:35 to go in the penalty kill for the Sabres. Drop pass to Kucherov. His backhand pass finds nobody. Dahlin's going to be able to easily chip that one out. And Radish can't bat it down, so he's got to go all the way back to Vasilevsky. 1:20 to go in the penalty kill. Yeah, Marcus, he looked bad. So did the team, though. Colton Ellis, I thought, for not playing for so long, I thought he looked very good. Greenway takes down Kucherov, no penalty there, and it's batted down at the line by Gensel, but not held in. Halfway through the penalty kill. Turnover again. This time Malenstein has a little bit of space. He's going to drop it to Shen, and Shen says, I'll keep wasting time. Backs it up sideways. Now he's going to spin it around. Radish will pick it off in his own end. Anish, I'm going to have a little bit of faith and say Buffalo wins, but it could really go either way. Pass off the skate of McLeod, and it's turned over again. Delayed offsides. McLeod with the puck can waste more time. Gets it to Stanley, and he slaps it all the way down the ice. 30 seconds left in the penalty. All. Nice drop pass. Keep in mind, this is where they allowed the power play goal last time, right at the end. Got to finish off this penalty kill. Byram has it pressed with Tuck. In the near corner, travels to the far corner. It's an open point. Doan rushes out of the penalty box. Still some pressure. That shot deflected off UPL's pad. And full strength here. Byram circles it around. And the Sabres will change Tuck now. In his own end, plays it back to Samuelson. 1 minute to go in the first. Pass up to Tage Thompson. Just gets a stick on it, so no icing. He chases it in with some speed. Tampa unable to clear the zone, but now they'll have it with a little bit of space behind their own net. Doan gets a glove on it. Tampa clears it the rest of the way down the ice. Sabres with some speed. Doan up top, and he gets hooked down to the ground. That'll be a penalty. Whistle down. Zemgus Girgensons to the penalty box. 35 seconds, though, so I'd assume this one carries over. Whole lot of penalties, and not in the way we thought. We thought there'd be roughing, fighting, and a lot of just regular penalties. Hey, Grandpa Shen. 80% of chat voting Buffalo today. He knows Zemgus took that on purpose. He wants to see the Sabres succeed. All right, 35 seconds to go here in the first. Big opportunity again for the Sabres. 0 for 2 already on the power play. Norris wins the draw, but they whistle it down. It's going to have to be a redo. Norris complains to the ref. A plethora of boos from the crowd. Norris versus Gensel will run it back here. 35 seconds to go. They fix the clock. Norris loses this one. Isn't that funny how that works out? But the Sabres able to set it up. Dahlin with 29 seconds to go. Quick shot. That one blocked. Oh, Quinn almost got a good look, but the stick kind of popped out of his hands there. Thompson. Back to Dahlin. Norris. Whoa, deflected on net, and Vasilevsky doesn't cover. He elects to slap it away. That'll let the Sabres keep it in with 10 seconds to go on the power play. Norris. Got to find someone. His pass goes nowhere. Now he's pinned along the boards. 5 seconds to go. Zucker flips it to Tage. 2 seconds. You got to shoot. He gets a shot off, but it's wide. That'll end the first period. 2-1 Sabres. They'll have 1 minute and 25 seconds left on a power play to start the second period. You can't complain. Overall, Sabres showing up in this game. Unlike the previous couple of games, they are dialed in, fully invested, and hopefully that can continue the length of this game. So Don will be joining us pretty soon. We'll get his thoughts of the first period. A very good start to this game for the Sabres. Battled adversary. But able to bounce back after that lead was cut to a tie, and they got it right back. Goals from Alex Tuck and then Josh Norris. Kucherov got the lightning goal on the power play. Sabres so far not very good on the power play. Special teams, you gotta have good special teams in the playoffs. If you're not gonna be able to use the power play to your advantage, it's gonna be a long 4 games for the Sabres in the playoffs. Was Zemgus a draft bust? It's hard to say. I mean, he certainly wasn't a superstar player, but all things considered, was a good asset for the Sabres, I would say. I mean, he was here forever, so we'll get Don in here in a second. Chris, how's it going? Yeah, overall, good period for the Sabres. Needed that so bad. Could not afford to give up the first goal in that game, and they did not. They were able to get a quick one. And it carried over. There's Don. Okay, Don, let me know when you're ready. I'll put you on the screen here. All right. I believe you are on there now. I hit the button, so we'll see.
Oh,
Oh yeah, you're
thank
on. Okay.
All right, cool. Thanks for bringing me on here today, fellas. That was a good first period. Sabres got a lead up 2-1. I was a little nervous there considering how many penalties we were taking in that first period, but overall, pretty good for the Sabres. Keep driving pucks to the net. Vasilevsky doesn't look impenetrable, and it really does feel like the Lightning are missing Brandon Hagel tonight. His presence could have really changed the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's kind of weird that Sorelli's not playing, Hagel's not playing. You think they're kind of scared, or do you think it's an actual injury management type situation?
I think it's him ducking. Obviously, he doesn't want to face Darlene in this real freaking wagon. He refuses to do such a thing, and as a result, the Sabres are going to push them over, push them around a little bit. I've really liked how there was the whole goon line out there when Greenway got his penalty. All of them grabbed a man, didn't ask any questions. If there's one good reason for having Logan Stanley and Luke Shen out on the ice together, it's for that reason.
Yeah, and they haven't got caught off guard so far this game, right? They've been in the right position. They've looked good on the penalty kill. I haven't really noticed them negatively, so that is a good step in the right direction. And as much as I want to clown on a guy like Shen or Stanley because they've been atrocious so far, those are the kind of guys you're going to need for these type of games. And certainly in the playoffs, I think we're going to see Stanley play every game. Shen might even get a game or two if it gets to a point where the Sabres are getting bossed around, or maybe a guy like Metza goes into the playoffs as a starter and starts to kind of get overwhelmed. So I think we will see the fruits of these trades happen later on. What was your opinion on how the Sabres kind of match the energy? Because we didn't see that the last couple of games. Do you think the crowd has a huge factor in that, or do you think it's kind of just Lindy telling them, like, come on, guys, like, it's time to go?
Well, it's a number of factors. At the top of my list, though, is the crowd being as crazy and rabid as they are right now. But also, yeah, I think Lindy and the boys both understood in the locker room that this is basically their last shot uh, to win the Atlantic. If they lose ground versus Tampa here tonight, they might as well kiss first goodbye. And with Montreal tied with us, but can't pass the Sabres on regulation wins, it really puts home ice advantage in peril. So, after two unacceptable games, and I think everyone would agree, the Ottawa and Washington games were both awful, unacceptable, can't happen again. The Sabres were looking to make a statement, I guess, not to the other teams in the league, but more so to themselves. That, yeah, we can still play this winning style of hockey.
Yeah, and they certainly have matched that intensity tonight. Of course, Alex Tuck takes the penalty, but then immediately gets the goal right after. The biggest goal so far is Josh Norris, of course. Getting his confidence up going into the playoffs is massive. Question for you. What is your
Mm.
opinion on this? Let's see if I can.
Is that the wagon?
Yeah, there's the wagon right there
Oh, so
for all the stream to see.
I thought that was photoshopped. I didn't realize. Is that
Oh,
they
it's
put an
real.
actual wagon at the party or at the
It's
plaza?
real. Hmm.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of hype. That's pretty cool. Cal, we need an update. The world needs an update on your ambitious plans to go live stream 12 hours before the first playoff game. So, Chad, and if you're new to this channel, you don't realize what we're talking about. Cal, a long time ago, made the pledge that if the Sabres made the playoffs, then he would stream outside the KeyBank Center for 12 hours preceding it. Um,
Mm.
with all the festivities now looking like it'll be at Canal Side, are you still gonna do that? What about
Yeah,
away games?
so
Are you still going down there?
the plan is right now for me to be at least, in the vicinity of the arena for each and every playoff game, whether that's home or away, unless they don't have away festivities, which you would imagine they do. But right now it's only home games. For the first home game, though, I will be live streaming in person there. I know you'll be on here live streaming the games. I'll be joining an intermission with some clips, or at least sending you some videos to play over here. Now, as far as the live stream goes, it depends on the time of the game. Of course, if they have that 1 o'clock game matinee, I'll get there bright and early, but I'm not going to show up at 1 a.m. The morning before, of course. But if it is a 7 o'clock game, the party's going to be going in the morning, and I'll be there. So, yeah, it depends what time the game is, but we're going to have to set it up. It's going to be fun, and I think. I mean, I'm not going to be the only one there bright and early if they have a 7 o'clock game. That's for sure. It's going to be a true party, and I'll be streaming. I'll be covering it. We'll be seeing them, probably setting up all the festivities in the morning. It'll be a big day. And of course, if you guys are going to those, gotta plug the casino. You gotta park at the casino. It's free, short walk, easy stuff there. So yeah, that's my plug there. Do not fall for the scams. Do not pay for parking in downtown Buffalo. And yeah, it should be a fun time. I'm excited for it. I know we got people from this channel that want to join me in it. I know we got people outside that want to join. Um, Once we have a day, it'll be easier to set stuff up. But it's kind of hard to get guests for this one. Yeah, it's either April like 18th or 19th, anywhere from 1 o'clock to 7 o'clock. I don't know which day it is. Or maybe they play the week after at home and they're the 3 seed. So it's tough to plan right now, but still planning on it.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. I wish I could have been there with you guys in Buffalo. I'm really sad right now, okay? Because I'm here in Kentucky. And while I'm still really excited, me and my brother were both really excited about the Sabres going back to the playoffs. It was kind of sad not being in Buffalo around other Sabres fans. What's the feel of the town right now as an outsider?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, like at work, like every third person has a Sabres hat or jersey or sweatshirt on, and the flags are going up. Like my cousin said the other day, he bought his neighbor or one of his neighbors a Sabres flag like 5 years ago. First time it's gone up was a couple of days ago. So you could tell that the city, the neighborhoods, the North Town, South Towns, wherever you are, everyone's on the Sabres right now, and it's something that we will continue to see, and it has nothing to do with like bandwagoning or anything. Of course, these people have always been Sabres fans. It's just been a little bit of a hiatus, you could say. There's been a little bit of a well earned hiatus. I don't think that we should really punish any fans that took a step away and now they're back. I usually would, right? I'm somebody that watches every game that calls people out if they say jump off for a couple losses, but the Sabres are an exception. Wouldn't you agree? I think we're okay with people coming back now after 14 years of absolute ineptness from every part of the organization.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna close off the Sabres to all non-believers. Obviously, Cal and I and Jaden, he's lurking somewhere behind that goat head logo of his. Um, but we've all been riding through thick and thin with this Sabres team. I mean, it's a lot of the times it's just been me and you.
Yep.
I remember at school in the midst of the drought, at the height of it, no one else gave a crap.
Mhm.
And I mean, let's pat ourselves on the back. We did it. We survived. We survived the drought. But now I'm glad that people are finding an interest. It's always more fun when the buildings are always sold out. People are getting ready for parties in the plaza, or you streaming, or I don't know, streaming or videoing right from the
Mhm.
steps of the KeyBank Center. It's nice to see that engagement. I wish it had come sooner, but nonetheless, I'm glad it's here. I'm glad the passion's back.
And it's at a time where we can do some stuff too. Like say we were like 15, 16 years old, might be limited in what we could do now. We have access to more I mean, I don't know. It would have been more fun, of course, if we made the playoffs. But at least now, it's a little more professional. We wouldn't have been
Sure.
just goofing off as kids there. I will say this. I mean, I remember the bus rides where we're looking at the opening day rosters and we're discussing lines. I remember in
Hmm.
classes we're watching those Sweden games between these two teams, the Lightning and the Sabres, and getting mad about those. And I think there was a dirty hit to what Saboka or something that turned the season around. So we've come a long way from that. I also have a new addition. I don't think the chat will be able to hear this, but you will. New sound effect in this live
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, that scared the shit out of me. Oh my god. If you guys can't hear this, he's doing a goal horn chant or something. Or he's got the goal horn. God, I was not ready for that. Oh man. Well, that's how are you doing this? What I can you're able to do this on this is oh, I
yeah,
see. Wait a
I
minute.
don't know.
Ooh.
Yeah, you just
Do you pay
hit
for
the little.
Nitro?
No, so we can for our channel we can add up to 8 sounds. I added that one, but I don't know if they
Oh.
can hear it. But we could probably set up a way they can sleep in the wagon like a Bills tailgate. Maybe I'll try to do that. I got to get clearance to do that. Of course, I don't want to get banned, but we'll look at that. Cal broadcasting from the empty movie theater again. Yeah, the glare is probably gone where I could get the window in the shot, but we'll keep it like this for now. Um, nice sound effects for me can hear. Oh, okay. Well, I guess they can hear. Okay, that's good to know. So you guys have been able to hear when I hit the air horn whenever I joined the last couple of times. But yeah, that's good then. Okay, so maybe I'll play that for the goals then. An
Do you not
added
have
link, I guess.
do you not have like me, you don't have the hotkey on OBS for the Sabres goal horn? Are you gonna have to manually do it? Manually?
Yeah, I think. Oh, I actually just looked. So I was behind on the stream a little bit. So when I hit that, the Sabres logo actually popped up a little bit too and hit the emote. So
Ooh. Nice. The transition. Oh, and Cal and I guess Jaden in chat. Your boy Don over here has been cooking up a nice Saber or playoff stream graphic. Okay, basically it's just
ooh,
the same scoreboard but with the Stanley Cup next to it.
oof.
It's
That'll be fun to see that first stream. Oh man, cannot wait. We also I know Jaden has started to work on a playoff hype video. You guys
mm,
can get excited. I don't know if we've picked the song yet. We might have to do a little brainstorming. And there's a lot of options right now.
okay.
Let me know, chat right now. What song would you guys like to see in the Sabres playoff hype video? I'm not saying I'm no promises. I'm not picking anything right now. I know we're still brainstorming it, and we might go with something entirely different than what you guys say, but I just like to see where everyone's heads at. Don, do you have a song that just comes to mind instantly that you'd like to see?
I was gonna say Better Days, but that's pretty
Mm,
basic.
uh-huh.
It has to be some Goo Dolls, I think.
Mm,
There's so many good Goo Dolls songs. Gosh, I love Slide. I love Name.
mm,
Slide's probably more appropriate, but it doesn't hit as hard as Better Days. And I was checking a couple days ago.
yeah,
It feels like everybody on YouTube now has got a Better Days Sabers playoff hype video. We
yeah,
need we need another song. I mean, we can always do Better
yeah,
Days. We'll just do it better, right? We'll just do it
yeah.
better.
I think so for sure. And again, it's tricky because everyone has their own taste in music, right? Like I know the Bills, the one we did, Jaden put it to Zach Bryan, and there was a lot of people that like the song, and then there's the few people that absolutely hate country music that were like, "This sucks," whatever.
Oh
And
yeah.
then you do like we did like a Juice World one the year before or 2 years before, and it's the people that hated the country that love that one, and vice versa. So we got let's see, "Dew of the Tiger." I don't think I know that song. Coyote said that. Do you know that?
Not familiar now.
Unless he meant to say "Eye of the Tiger," then of course we know.
Uh,
Um,
ooh,
good old
ni-
Morgan Wallen Sawyer. I don't know if that'd be a hype song, but I'm a big Morgan Wallen fan, so
no, I'm
I'd be
not.
down for that. I don't know if everyone would be.
I am not a
Yeah,
big Morgan
Coyote says "Eye
Wallen.
of the Tiger."
Um, Zemil says turn up the mic. Cal, are you quiet again? Are you being a quiet little boy?
I was told I was good. I don't. Jaden controls my mic volume. He said leave it at where it is, and he would fix it. So I don't know where we're at right now. Oh,
Don can turn
Coyote
up the
says Don
volume.
can turn up the volume.
Are you saying can I turn up the volume? No, I can't. I am uh, here on a third party Discord. Slide is a great
Don
choice.
sounds loud to me, but maybe the way it's coming through, it's a little quiet on your end. But that's
I blame
okay.
it
We're
on you,
almost done with
Cal.
the intermission.
This is
Yeah,
this is your fault.
we'll get it
No,
fixed
no,
for the
no.
second intermission.
This is your fault. This is all your fault. Okay. No one
I
let
think
him
it
off
is.
off the hook. No, no, we're
I
not.
have to.
Ah. Yeah. You
It's like a mute button. Just kidding. Well, jump
if I
scare it. Victor says
if
anything Metallica.
that's
Paul
us.
says Sabres will be fine. Yeah, I think so. I think they're coming back here. They are looking for vengeance after these last couple losses.
Yeah.
Project
Chats,
says my mic is low. Okay.
yeah.
I'll
Jaden,
put
do
it closer
something.
to my face for now. But Jaden will have to fix that.
The audio is chill, but Don is definitely louder than Cal. Ooh, there's
Okay.
Gabby Oates. That's an old name. Yeah, Don is louder than Cal. Smooth
yeah.
Gaming, we know that. Stop talking to yourself, pal. All right.
It might be too because I was a little quieter talking than commentating, but I'll be a little louder until we get that fixed up. And I think we got the game coming on now. So Don, I will see you for the second intermission. Any projections for the second period before you go?
I think Tampa's going to score the next goal.
Okay, I agree. So
Taylor,
or
it's gonna be Radish. It's gonna be Radish with a goal. All right, I'm out. See ya.
Radish.
Second
All right.
intermission.
Hopefully, I fix that there. Guess Who's Back by Eminem. Coyote, I do know that song. Eye of the Tiger. Yep, that'd be a good one. There we go. Yep, looks all good there. Commercials are loud in comparison. Don Levy hyping up the second period coming up here. It's gonna be fun to watch all those Sabres hype videos. Of course, we see them with the Bills all the time, but anything RJ related, I think strikes that emotion. So I think we definitely got to add some RJ in ours. And it sucks that he was not able to be a part of this broadcasting of this season, but. See what the Sabres can do. They're showing beer savers. My source said that the beer savers were sold out by 6:30. So before the game, they were already sold out. So I don't know what the holdup is, why they can't get a ton of those, but the Sabres have really struggled to keep those in stock, and once again sold out before the game even starts. And as of right now, they are not going to be available for the rest of the regular season. This was a one-game thing. Yeah, Dingus Day today too, Dingus Day celebration. But Sabres from right to left in this period. Thompson, Zucker, and Norris. So it looks like the Sabres switching up the line. Oh, no, it's a power play. My bad. Power play, of course. 1:20 to go here in the first. Norris to Quinn. Quinn with a little bit of space. He takes a shot. That one might have went off the post. Either a quick save there or off the post. Thompson, his wrist shot gets deflected up. Not out of play. Norris has to keep it in. Backhand pass. Zucker down low. Top corner. Pass to Thompson. Thompson looks for space. Finds Quinn. Looks for a lane. That one's saved by Vasilevsky. It's loose in front of the net. Now cleared all the way down the ice. White Stripe 7 Nation Army. That'd be a good song choice as well. I like your guys' ideas so far. Darlene carries it up to the red line. He's got space. This bank pass goes nowhere, though, and it's going to be cleared all the way down. Only 30 seconds to go. The Sabres power play probably going to go 0 for 3 in this game so far. You cannot not score on the power play and expect to win this game. Thompson to Benson. Benson, a little bit of space. Trying to find Thompson in front of the net, but that one is picked off. Byram holds it in. Byram down low to Benson. Benson behind the back pass goes nowhere, and that'll be the end of the power play. Even strength for the Lightning. Shots 13-8 in favor of the Sabres. Byram up top. McLeod with some speed. Tuck to Benson. Open lane. That shot just wide. Power holds it in, but not for long. Lightning back the other way, but a turnover there. It's going to stop any pressure that the Lightning had. Benson's backhand gets to McLeod up the boards, and he throws it to center ice, where Byram will find it in his own end. And now it'll go all the way back to UPL. Power is outlet to McLeod, who's been out there a while. He's going to take that one, and I don't want to say purposely shot out of play, but it looked like it to get off the ice. So that'll stop the clock, 17:48. Yeah, prices are going to be crazy. Tickets are already like 200 something bucks on the resale market for game one. So I know season ticket holders got them for a good price, I would say, but the resale market looks pretty expensive. So I'd encourage you guys to look into the watch parties going on, because those tickets, rightfully so, are expensive. It's going to be a hot ticket, of course, first playoff games in 14 plus years. Josh Dunn loses the draw. Tampa will reset in their own end. And who was that fell down? Someone for Tampa fell down along the boards. So that'll let the Sabres keep it in the zone. And fell down again. I don't know if the ice is slick after the intermission there or what, but good step up by Dunn, but Malenstein unable to corral it. And Greenway will chip it down the ice yet again. Vasilevsky behind his own net. And the Lightning nifty pass there, and a 2-on-1. Now, look, there's a shot, and that one gloved down by UPL. Stayed with the shot the whole way, did not bite on the pass. And that'll stop the clock with 17:12. That was Jake Gensel and Paul on that 2-on-1. Gensel kind of looked shot the whole way, and I don't think that was headed in, even if he didn't glove it down. It looked like a wide shot. So good job by UPL staying with that one. UPL's looked very good down the stretch for the Sabres. And if you guys are new here, be sure to like and sub. We're up to 35 likes. Let's get that to 50. Just real quick, hit that like button. It'll be easy. Up to 3484 subs, too. That's already 10 gained on the day. Love to see it. Appreciate the support for this very, very crucial, fun game. Paul against Norris. Face off deep in the Sabres end. Paul wins it. Back up top. Pad save there, and Stone is going to be able to chip it out to Benson. Benson fighting for it, and he gets taken down. No penalty there. And just a heads up, Shen and Stanley are on the ice for the Sabres, so everyone hold their breath. Norris will chip it the rest of the way down the ice. Vasilevsky out of his net to get it. And gives it away. Oh, what a save! Benson had half the net wide open on a turnover, and Vasilevsky with a glove save. Absolute robbery on Zach Benson. Oh, my. Oh. How does Zach Benson not score on that? Stone finds him wide open, and Benson just could not elevate the puck enough to get it over the glove of Vasilevsky. What a save. Ooh. That'll be one of the best saves of the game for sure. Something about Benson always getting robbed. Sabres won the draw. Stanley, his shot goes wide and bounces out of play. So run that face off back. A lot of big time Sabres accounts at this game right now. This time the Lightning win the draw. Shen steps up. His pass gets deflected. No, I guess not. So it'll be an icing. Could not find the stick of Tuck. So Shen ices the puck with 16:26 to go here in the first. So keep an eye out for Shen and Stanley. See how they progress in this game. I thought they had a good first period, all things considered, which maybe they're both of their best periods as Sabres. Face-off bounces off the referee. Now Stanley behind the net. It's a Tage. Now the Lightning cleared all the way down. They say no icing, though. So Sabres have to hurry on that one. Shen, backhand pass to Stanley. Stanley's pass goes nowhere. It's held in. Point up top. Shot. Score. Finds the back of the net on a Stanley turnover. But the Sabres are going to check for offsides here. The Sabres initially thought it was offsides. We'll take a look at the replay right here. It was on its edge. Let's see. The referee was right there, though. And Jake Gensel able to beat UPL on an open look. Shen did not get over enough. We'll see if the Sabres decide to challenge this or not. It doesn't look like they're gonna. Referee saying, got to make a decision here. And they do not, so game is officially 2-2. And a delayed penalty right off the draw. Gonna go against Buffalo. Touched up by McLeod. And does a Quinn go into the box here? And Quinn took a penalty on Gergensons. High sticking, yep, just lifted the stick and knocked Gergenson's helmet off. So an unfortunate series of events for the Sabres. And now the Lightning have a good chance to take the lead on the power play. Sabres clear it right off the faceoff. Who do I want to win in the Kraken Jets game? Can't say I really have a favorite in that one. Point. Drop pass to Kucherov. To Gensel. Gensel down low to Kucherov. Back to the point. Radish. Kucherov. Slap pass. That was open, but bobbled there, and Greenway will clear it down the ice for the Sabres. 30 seconds gone off this penalty. Radish back on it for the Lightning. Again, a huge surprise player for them this season. Has been incredible. Point, drop pass to Kucherov. His backhand up top. Back to Radish. Gensel and Benson battling for it along the near boards. Slips back to the point. Radish unable to keep it in. That'll slide all the way back down to Vasilevsky. 50 seconds to go on the penalty. Tampa Bay Lightning power play 1 for 3 with 5 shots today. Radish drop pass to Paul. Paul carries it in, goes right around Stanley. Perry drop pass to the point. That's given away, and here comes Tuch on a breakaway. Scored one like this last time these two teams played. Oh, and that shot goes wide. Right. Oh, now he's going to get another look in front of the net. Shoots. Oh, it's blocked again and again. Saved by Vasilevsky. Stones Tuch 3 times in a row, and he covers it up. Oh. Tuch with 3 open looks. Could not bang it home. And a giveaway at the line. Good effort from Tuch, but man, you'd love to have one of those. The first one missing the net is a tough look. Second one got a juicy rebound on it, and Vasilevsky just great positioning. Tuch probably assuming that Vasilevsky was expecting the 5-hole backhand that Tuch usually does and switched it up. He's upset about that one, as he should be. But so far, a good penalty kill for the Sabres. Only 18 seconds left to kill off of that, and an offensive zone faceoff. That should at least buy 10 seconds. Lightning win the draw, but as expected, they got to regroup a little bit. Kucherov takes it up. Drops it to the point. Gensel holds it in to an open point. No one's there, and that will kill off the rest of the penalty. Gensel. Radish up top. There's a shot. Oh, UPL gets the pad out. Back to the point, though. They keep it in. Extra pass goes to no man's land. Samuelson. Backhands it up to Quinn. Quinn gets just enough on it to keep it out of the zone. And now Shen chases it back in the Sabres' end. Both teams changing. Shen bank pass. Somehow it ends up top. Krebs, his pass gets picked off. Here come the Lightning back the other way. Paul, he's got a lot of Sabres draped all over him, so his backhand shot goes nowhere. And Sabres 2-on-1 back the other way. It's going to be Tuch and Thompson, the two guys you want. Tuch takes a shot, and it's pad save again. Tuch cannot find the back of the net after that first goal. Whole lot of opportunities for him. Vasilevsky's turning in to a superstar in the second period, as he is. What an opportunity again. Now a 2-on-1 back the other way. Corey Perry. Oh, tried a nifty move around, but UPL stayed with him. Power to Dahlin. Handled by Krebs, and he wimps it across the blue line. Sabres will have to go off for a change, so the Lightning now able to set it up. But that'll be iced. With 12:31 to go in the second. Ooh. What a sequence there. Couple 2-on-1s back to back. Tuch with a whole lot of opportunities. The Corey Perry 2-on-1 was a little toe drag, and Luukkonen able to get a stick on it, keeping that one out. Forgot I do not need those headphones in. Offensive zone face-off for the Sabres. McLeod wins it. Quinn has a little bit of space. Nifty move, but a poke check by Vasilevsky. McLeod back to the point. Dahlin up top. Slap shot. Deflected in by Jason Zucker. And the Sabres take back the lead. Flip-flop we go. 3-2 Buffalo. Off a slap shot from the point. Zucker, the veteran that he is, in front of the net, able to get a deflection on it. Beats Vasilevsky up top. Bowen Byram on the slap shot from the point. A beautiful play in front of the net. That's exactly what the Sabres needed after those couple close calls by Tuch. And the crowd erupts. Lightning win the draw. Tampa trying to gain some possession, but they turn it over, and here come the Sabres back the other way. Benson, nice pass to Byram, 3-on-2. Byram finds Doan, his slap shot deflected, still in play. So Tampa back the other way now. Not a whole lot of manpower in the offensive zone just yet for Tampa, and Doan gets tripped up. No penalty. Sabres wanted one, crowd wanted one. Deflected, that one just wide of UPL, so Lightning off a no call are going to get some offensive possession. Liljegren along the boards with that full face mask. Good steal by Benson to get it outside the zone and tried to touch it up. Could have been a 2-on-1, but it's going to bounce back into the Sabres end. Byram and Dahlin behind their own net. Fend off a few Lightning players, and both teams go off for a change. Byram. Deflected up and out of play in the Lightning end. So we'll go to commercial. Sabres up 3-2 in a back and forth battle. Got a Jack Quinn card. That card show on Saturday. Like an auto card, you're saying? That's pretty cool. Jack Quinn stock going up recently. Sabres getting shafted by the refs. Yeah, we're going to see a lot of that in the playoffs, too. It's a different game. They call some stuff, and then they go on 10-minute streaks where they don't call anything. It's going to be tough. But it's weird how NHL refs work, right? They want to keep it even, and, you know, if one team gets 3 quick calls, they'll call 3 for the other team, and then they'll kind of put the whistles away for a little bit and try to let the game flow. I don't really agree with how they call games. It should kind of just be call your rules, but they try to make it even, try to make it entertaining, I guess. But still at the commercial break here, just over 11 minutes ago in the second. Let me know in the comment section in the chat right now, what are your final score predictions? Right now, we are already at 5 goals, so the over/under goals is what, 6.5 or 5.5. So we're probably gonna hit the over. A couple more goals in the second period, we could be very well close to that 8-7 territory by the end. So they show the Bandits championship banners transitioning here because they are promoting the Fan Appreciation Weekend. Bandits game the 11th, and then Stars Sabres last home game of the season, April 15th. Sawyer, I mean, you can't hate the passion. You got to celebrate, right? I mean, this is quite the time to be alive if you're a Sabres fan. They're showing the fans drinking out of the beer Sabres. Center ice draw. Byram off the draw. Swings it on in. Sabres fourth line out there. Back to the point. Oh, boy. Fourth line out there. And Shen's out there. Watch out. Lightning. Slap pass across, but that goes to no one. Sabres 2-on-2 back the other way. Greenway. Malenstein back down low. Greenway couldn't hold on to it. Shen steps up. And Malenstein taken down. No call there. Stanley chases back after it. Find Byram. Byram slaps it in once he gets to the red line. Sabres changing. That one right on the goalie, though. Vasilevsky's got to be careful. Malenstein with a hit after the play. Finishes his check. No icing back the other way. UPL sticks it over to Stanley. And Stanley hits the Lightning bench. That's going to be too many men. They're going to talk about it. We haven't confirmed the penalty yet. Let's see. Are they going to call a penalty on this or not? Let's see. They're going to say no penalty. So Stanley tried to catch him sleeping. Too many men. Put the puck right by the bench. So the refs getting the "you suck" chant from the crowd. 10-12 to go in the second. Down low. Oh, Kucherov almost had a good look in front of the net. Now Krebs plays it to Samuelson. Samuelson chips it up, and Dahlin was taken down. That'll be a penalty. So the Sabres get their power play back. Ernak going to go off for interference. Dahlin draws it. Sabres at the power play after the commercial. Sabres power play coming up after this commercial break. Yeah, if we get to 5,000 people in here, we will show the game. Sabres need to capitalize here. Still a big offer on the power play. They got to capitalize here. Getting a 2-goal lead would be huge. See if they can do it. A big opportunity here. Big power play opportunity. I'm going to predict a Josh Doan goal here on the power play. You will see what happens. I think the Sabres just got to start taking some shots on the power play. You cannot turn down opportunities. Just first chance you get, rip it on net, try to get a rebound. I'll let you guys listen in if you could hear this Lindy Ruff interview. Ryan says Sabres suck. Well, you could probably have said that for the last 14 years, but this year I don't think your argument holds any water. The cup's empty on that argument, but Sabres won the draw. Quinn down low. Backhand, but it goes nowhere. Outside the zone, and just like that, the Sabres now with 10 seconds off the power play are going to have to find a way inside the zone, something they oh so struggle with. Norris, the center ice. Pass it up front to Zucker. It hops over a stick and back down the ice. I mean, how many times is it going to take for them to figure out a way inside the zone? Dahlin waiting for the drop pass. He's going to slide it up. And now it gets dropped to Norris. Norris throws it to Quinn, and it's thrown away again. I don't know why they continue to just rip it behind them. Gensel with some space on the penalty kill. He's going to rip it back in his own end. Very smart by the Lightning here. Killing some time. Already halfway done. A tape-to-tape pass. Dahlin with a nice defensive play there. Wow. Dahlin potentially saving a one-on-one look. Dahlin will try the dump and chase method now. Maybe that'll work. Zucker unable to lift a stick. Dahlin down low. Now Tage swings it to the point. It's stopped by Quinn before it could get there, but now to McLeod. Back to Quinn. Quinn takes a shot. That one right on. Big rebound, but played off to the side. Quinn below the net to Zucker. Zucker on the far side. His saucer pass cannot get to Dahlin, and it's cleared the rest of the way. And the Sabres power play, another failure, it looks like. Oh, nice move by Doan right in front. And oh, Norris gets tripped right into the net. No penalty there. And that'll end the power play. Your doctor's name's Josh Doan. Benson McLeod down low. Allenstein, nice. Work down low, back to the point. Byram up top, Power takes a slap shot, and his pass gets intercepted. Here come the Lightning back the other way. Good stick by Byram. The Sabres will hustle back the other way. Malenstein plays it back to Benson. Down low to Malenstein. He gets cross-checked. No penalty there. And, oh, could have been a point breakaway, but it bounced off his stick. Byram will regroup. He's picking up some speed. Malenstein, the rest of the fourth line, carried in for the Sabres. Played down low to Dunn. I saw Josh Dunn's first NHL goal live. In person. Stanley. Down low. On. Backhands it in front of the net, and that'll be held on to by Vasilevsky. 6:40 to go. And here comes some pushing and shoving again from the fourth line. Perry's out there. Hall's out there. Both Florida teams rule. Yeah, Ryan, I agree. The Panthers have some of the greatest fans of all time. 6:40 to go in the second. Sabres win the draw. Back to Tage. Tage whiffs on the wrist shot there. Looked like a broken stick, but I guess not. Stanley able to just keep it in. And good thing he did because he was not going to be able to get back with his speed. Now the Lightning resets. Stanley steps up. Gets it over the blue line, but his pass goes nowhere. Now turned around the other way. Potential 2-on-1. Gensel has space and tried to walk around too much. He ties up Krebs' stick. No penalty there. Stanley plays it up. Page gets it up just enough to get off for a change. Krebs or Tuck takes a wipe out in the middle of the ice. Norris has it pinned against the boards right by the blue line. The Sabres get it in, but now it pops back out. Stanley's been out there a while, slides it over, and they call a hand pass on Buffalo. So that'll allow a commercial break and a change. Yeah, Sawyer, completely sarcastic. They have really no fans, and they show up for about half the season when they're good, and already the Panthers fans, as you guys can see, are empty in the arena. I know Tampa, the last couple years have been good, but the Florida team's the laughing stock of the NHL for the longest time. But the way the salary cap works and the way taxes work, the Florida teams were able to get a lot of people. I mean, who wouldn't want to live in Florida with the warm weather and the no state taxes, and able to get a lot of good free agents? And to their credit, they've won a lot of championships the last couple of years. So yeah, those teams have certainly been top of the league the last couple of years. Florida, we mentioned in previous streams, there's only so many cup runs you can make before your team starts to get worn out and injured, and that kind of happened this year. So they're taking a year off of the playoffs. Tampa, though, right back in the mix. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we do have the donation goal now in the chat. Let's see, one donation. Let's see if we get that by the end of the second here. We got 5 minutes left. Let's see who is excited for Sabres playoff hockey. That being said, too, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. That stuff totally free, totally easy, helps us out a bunch, and gets more people to interact with in these. .644 to go. We're still waiting for the face-off. We're showing the 50-50 raffle. Raymond, how's it going? Yeah, the Panthers fans there. That's a tough area right there, and they're away from Miami too. In Sunrise, it's tough. There's so many things in Miami to do besides go to a hockey game, which doesn't fit the weather. All behind the Sabres now, plays it back to the point. There's a shot. That one saved by UPL, got all the way through. Benson tries to get it out and is able to after a second attempt. Now Dahlin really waited to keep that one onside. Benson, quick shot, pad save by Vasilevsky, pops out. The Lightning will have a quick chance to clear, and they do. Sabres right back in the zone, though. Doan up top. Benson fakes a slap shot. Now down low to Doan. Doan plays it behind all the way around to Byram on the far point. Benson down low to Power. Power takes a shot. That one, pad save. Power steps up. And Paul able to regain possession for Tampa. And Tampa will skate it up to the red line and clear it all the way down. I Note Farm, absolutely. Thank you for joining. And I hate the blackout rules. I'm right there with you. I mean, it is ridiculous how, they want to spread the game, but they black out. It seems like every game. It's an issue in a whole lot of sports that needs to be fixed. There's a slap shot held on to by UPL. At 99 viewers right now, one away from 100. It absolutely sucks with the blackout rules. Because this is a game that I know a lot of people that can't watch it right now really want to watch it. Byram kind of got his stick up there. That could have been called as a hooking penalty in front of the net on the replay. Lightning first line out there with point. Ozer back at the point for them. With 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go here in the second. Sabres have a face-off in their own defensive end. H. Thompson out there with the Sabres first line. Went back to the point. Moser takes a shot. That one, big shoulder save by UPL. Darlene now behind the net. Gets it up to Thompson. Thompson can't get it out, though. Tampa with a little bit of momentum. Back to the point. All Moser. Moser down low. Wrist shot. That one goes wide. Now Tuck gets it to Thompson. This time he gets it out. He flips it all the way up to center ice. Bounces on Radish a little bit. Krebs sticks. And that one ends up in Vasilevsky's glove, which he flicks it up the ice quickly. There's a nice pass. Kucherov backhand pass across the ice. That one a little bit wide, but Tampa maintains possession in the Buffalo zone. Shot blocked in front. Samuelson's attempted clear does not get out. And delayed penalty. Tuck is going to take one on Kucherov. So 3:28 will have the whistle as Thompson touches up. Tampa back to the power play, and Tuck's claiming Kucherov flopped on it a little bit. Take a look at the replay. They call it a trip. Yeah, he got a stick behind him. Unfortunate for Tuck at his second penalty of the game. Yeah, let me know how the audio is too. Again, we're trying to work it out. I know some people said it's good. Some people said it's too quiet still. Kucherov right off the faceoff, block shot, but back to Radish, down low. Gensel had an open chance, but couldn't pull the trigger. Back to Radish, Kucherov, down low, back to Kucherov in the near circle, looking for a shooting lane. Now he finds a passing lane to Radish, back to Kucherov. Sabres power or penalty kill, kind of struggling here, chasing around. Back to the point. Radish, his shot off the end boards. Now pinned behind the net there. Valenstein gets a piece of that one, and he will slap it all the way down. Sabres will get a chance to change, but not much. It's slapped all the way back to Radish, so Sabres actually not able to get anyone off. That was right back up the ice. Samuelson and Greenway pin it along the boards. Power steps up just enough. Samuelson's going to be able to swing it around the boards. That'll get out with 1:10 to go. Now they'll be able to get their change. Bjorkstrand back to Gensel. To Kucherov. Back to Gensel. Up top to Kucherov. Takes a shot. Good block by Stanley. Benson's going to have all day to clear this one, and he does. Only gets it out to center ice, though. Gensel. Oh, and a good skate by Benson to block that pass. So that'll clear up some time. 35 seconds to go on this penalty. Another giveaway. Can Benson get it? If Benson gets it, it's a shot attempt, and that's a pad save. Was able to only get kind of a flubber shot on. Didn't have much of a lane. But the Sabres slap it right back in the Lightning zone with 20 seconds to go on the penalty. Oh, this is a huge swinging point of the game. Radish slaps it in. The Lightning try to dump and chase it. Now Shen and Greenway kind of fumble with it, but Stanley is going to wrist it out, and that'll end the penalty. $1:27 to go in the first. Puck back out of the box. They call it delayed offside on the Lightning with 1:21 to go in the second. But yeah, good job by Benson. A couple deflections on that penalty kill and was able to get a good shot attempt. But it was a nice pad save by Vasilevsky. So Shots are 25-16 in favor of the Sabres. They win the draw. Forward, back to the point, up top. Bernack. Back to Gord. The Lightning continue their pressure after their power play. Dahlin now. Going to lift it all the way up in the air. Batted down. Sabres looking for a change. Byram in his own end to Dahlin. And it skips over Dahlin's stick, but still able to play it up. Touch pass Krebs to Doan did not reach the mark. Sabres will finish their change. Doan on the forecheck. Krebs couldn't keep it in, but it gets played back to Dahlin. We got 30 seconds left in the period. Pass deflected up and out of play with 30.7 seconds to go. Lee, how's it going? Ban Ryan. I can't ban Ryan. He hasn't said anything too bad. Just being passionate about his team. 30 seconds to go in this period. Thank you for the support of the stream as well. Again, if you guys are new, like and subscribe. We'll be live with every game down the stretch here. The 46 likes. Come on, 4 more real quick. 4 more. Let's get to 50. Sabres win the draw. Samuelson gets it to Benson. Benson gets it up into the corner, offensive zone, but the Lightning regain possession. 10 seconds to go. Sabres got to go full defensive here. Cannot allow a late goal. Kucherov gets it through the middle. That's going to be a quick shot. Oh, boy. A missed wide open net for Kucherov as that puck somehow got to the net. That'll end the period, though. End of the second. Good save by UPL there at the end. I'd say Stanley and Shen have played their best games as Sabres today. I wouldn't say they've been great, but they haven't been, like sticking out like a sore thumb as they have in previous games. So exactly what they've needed to do this game so far. There was a goal off a Stanley giveaway, but it was kind of much after it and almost an offsides play. So Don will join us again for intermission. He'll be in here in a second. Jay Lask, how's it going? Sawyer's got the national championship on now. And that'll be a very fun game to watch. I'll put that on, I guess. Intermission. A good second period for the Sabres, able to weather the storm there. And able to stay in this game, stay in the lead, and hopefully they can get a big 2 points out of this. Again, like they mentioned at the end of that period, Tampa Bay has to play Ottawa tomorrow on a second half of a back-to-back, and Ottawa needs wins. They are going to be a hungry team, so that would be huge if the Sabres could win tonight and then get a big loss for Tampa tomorrow. But Don is back. Give me the thumbs up when you're ready. Oh, I think it's that button. Let's just make sure. I believe, Don, you are on.
Alrighty. What a great second period there for the Sabres. I was right, Kale, about my initial prediction of Tampa getting the next goal, but I loved how the Sabres respond. Alex Tuch really changed the game with those 2 great, fantastic opportunities shorthanded. Vasilevsky was phenomenal in that second period. He kept Tampa in that game. If it were Jonas Johansson or any lesser goalie in that net right now, it'd be 5-2, 6-2 Sabres. We are all over Tampa right now.
Yeah, those couple saves in a row on Tuch, the save on Benson, it was crazy. I'm going to go fill up my water, so I will let you explain to the masses here your thoughts on that period and what the Sabres need to do to close this one out.
All right, so while Cal is gone, I'm going to expose his address, his social security number. He's going to love it. He just gave me a look as he went on. No, I'm not going to do that to you, Cal. But I do think the Sabres were fantastic. I'd love to see them keep that up. But I
concerned, Tampa, they're still in this game, even though they're being thoroughly dominated right now. One goal. It's a very dangerous lead, especially with this Tampa team. I mean, we saw with a couple seconds left, they should have crashed home another and tied this game up with like a second left. But we got 89 people in the chat, 48 likes. Let's get that up to 50. Come on. 2 more to 50. 2 more to 50. We got a long intermission ahead of us here. I can't watch because it's on NHL Network. How are Shen and Stanley playing? No, it's not third period or third pair I want out there either, Stringfellow Hawk, but I would say Stanley and Shen haven't been noticeably bad, which, considering your expectations for that third pair going into tonight, is probably best case scenario, as long as they don't kill you. I know Stanley was out there for Tampa's second goal of the game, but that was more of Krebs failing to win a board battle versus Stanley doing anything different. Sure, he could have whipped it up the far side boards, but I wouldn't say that that's a qualifying aspect for him having a bad game, so to speak. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Chad. I'm really tired. I've been studying all day, doing stuff, running around. I'm just kind of glad. Not that I hate streaming for you guys and being up there. There are certain nights where you're just so tired, and it's nice to be able to just sit back and relax and only have to come on a couple times during the stream. So I hope Kale's been treating you guys okay. He's a very mean guy. Okay, very, very mean. I'm gonna look. Are there any other games on right now? I don't think there are. No, okay, we got the Kraken Jets. Ooh, that's actually important for the coughing baby wild card race over in the West. Let's see what standings are looking like right now. Oops. I know the Sabres are second in the division right now. We could retake first, I believe. We could retake first with a win here tonight. Let's check out that points percentage. Actually, I don't think we will. No, we're not even going to get close. No. No matter what happens, if the Sabres win tonight, they'll remain in second, but they'll have 2 points plus the regulation win tiebreaker over the Canadiens. As for Tampa, they are probably going to stay in first here tonight. They have 2 more wins than the Sabres, 2 less OT losses. So, womp womp. Don burning the candle on both ends. That's what happens at this time of the semester. We're getting close, 2.5 weeks until my first exam, and I don't know. There's a lot of stuff happening in my life right now. Sadly, I will not get to Slippery Rock this summer. Oh, what a shame, Sawyer. There's so much to see there. As Cal's been there as well. You've been to their baseball diamonds.
I've been to Slippery Rock a solid 4 or 5 times, maybe.
Did you love it?
Solid school. Oh yeah, a decent school, nice baseball field for sure. Definitely up there as far as the D2 field goes.
What do you mean D2? That's one of the nicest D2 fields in all of college baseball. Okay. Did you see their lawn pattern? They got the S on their turf. I think it's actually a turf. I don't believe it's real grass. Is it?
Turf. Yep. Turf field. Yeah. Pretty nice field though. Nice facility there.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what you covered here on the intermission, but
literally nothing.
Talking points. Okay.
No, I saved everything for you.
Okay.
I was sitting here.
I see a lot of discourse about Shen and Stanley. What's your opinion been on them so far?
Oh yeah. Okay, that's one thing we did talk about. I kind of said, I explained that even though Stanley was on the ice for that second goal, wouldn't really put him at fault. I give more fault to Krebs for not winning a board battle inches inside the zone. As for them overall, outside of the goal conceded, they've been unnoticeable, which is probably best case scenario for a third pair.
Yeah, I would agree. A question from Bucks. He says, you think about it, who would you guys want to face in the first round? Montreal or Tampa in round 1? I'm kind of scared to answer that because I don't really know. Tampa, we've kind of dominated. You could say that. But when fully healthy, they are equally as dangerous as Montreal, if not more dangerous. So it's tough. Montreal, I think they got more speed than us. They got more of a scoring knack. but they're one of the few teams I think we could physically abuse in the playoffs, which that might be a good stepping stone into the playoffs for a team that's not really the most physical, a team that, doesn't have a whole lot of experience. Montreal would probably be a little scared of the Sabres on the physical standpoint, which could help their cause.
Yeah, I agree with that sentiment. Although, here's my thing with Montreal. It's tough because they are a good team, but I don't think they're that good. All right. A lot of their production is carried by 4 players on their team: Cole Caulfield, Nick Suzuki, Juraj Slafkovsky, and insert anyone, Ivan Demidov. Anyone that plays on their top power play unit, Lane Hudson as well. Those are the guys that carry their team, and I guess the Sabres are in a similar way, but the Sabres definitely have the depth advantage over Montreal. I mean, you look at their bottom 2 forward lines at least, and there's not a lot of scary names that jump out at you. What, Philip Deneau, Kirby Dach, Jaden Struble on their third pair defense.
Yep.
It's not fantastic, and you're right, we could dominate them physically. But my point was, if you give those top 5 guys a chance, either on the power play or right after you score a goal, oftentimes Montreal will make you pay. And that's part of the reason why, if you look at the standings, they have so few regulation wins. It's because they don't have the depth to drive that offense during the game. They're often winning these based on high-end talent in overtime. It's kind of similar to how Detroit was operating earlier this season. So they're a very top-heavy team, not a big, strong group as well, but they are really fast. And biggest reason why I don't want to face Montreal is because I don't want their fans invading our arena for the first Sabres playoff matchup in 15 years.
Yeah, at least against Tampa, there's not going to be a wave of Tampa fans making the trip up from Florida to take over Montreal. I mean, some of the best fans in hockey, and the Sabres have great fans too. But if you look at the pricing, it looks like a lot of Sabres fans are trying to get their money's worth of these season ticket exclusive seats that they've been getting. And I could only imagine that Montreal fans would take over for sure.
Oh, yeah. I want to address something in the chat, and Jaden's already kind of talked about it briefly. Odin's eye. Jaden's lying to you. Smooth Gaming's lying to you. I just want to yap and annoy you all night, okay? There's no other consideration about that. I just want to annoy you. I want you to be bothered. Feel bothered by my presence. No. But no, Smooth Gaming's right, though. We would get nuked. Copyright would kill us. I'm a 12-year-old hockey player that can't watch a game on anything else, but I can't. But this, and I can't watch them play because the talking distracts me too much. I don't know what to tell you. I'm so sorry. There are a couple of websites, jailbreaker sites, that you are able to watch the game if you have no other option. I just pay the price and I bought ESPN Plus. So I gave in at a certain point. I love the Sabres too much. I had to watch. Sabres fans, do not sell your tickets. There was a lot of discourse about this on Twitter earlier today. People were getting pissed about how expensive Sabres playoff games, tickets, whatever, are right now. And number 2, that the reason why they're so expensive is because season ticket holders are getting loads and loads of seats from Sabres management, and then they resell. They keep one and then resell 1 or 2 more. And I understand the frustrations about that, but it's within the season ticket holders' rights, right? They get the tickets. They ask for more than they probably need, and they make a healthy margin. And then in terms of pricing, you think $200 or $300 are bad for Sabres playoff games? Look at Tampa. Look at Montreal. Look at Toronto. You won't even get into the door without paying at least $1,000 for a playoff game. So comparatively speaking, it's not that bad for playoff hockey. I know we're not used to it because it hasn't happened in a decade and a half. And last time we had hosted games like this of this magnitude, prices were $1, inflation wise. So it's different. I understand both sides, but that's kind of my take.
Yeah, I don't think Sabres fans can be mad at this. Like, again, season ticket holders have bought these tickets for how many years and lost how much money? Like, let them take advantage of this a little bit. I know if I had season tickets, I would put them up for the going rate. I'm not just going to put them up. Oh, I got an extra ticket here, $50. Somebody will get it. who's realistically doing this, right? Like cash is king. Of course, people want to take advantage, and like you said, it's reasonable compared to some of the other major hockey markets. And if you want to be a major hockey market, like a Boston, like a Tampa, like a Toronto, like a Montreal, the tickets are going to reflect that, right? It's not like a Bills playoff game where there's 70, 80,000 seats and you could sit in the nosebleeds maybe for $100 at the last minute. With that being said, if the Sabres are down 3-1 in a series, those tickets are going to be cheap too. So if you want to go to a Sabres game, hold off, wait till last minute, and there'll probably be an opportunity down the line.
Yeah, and that's not to snob your nose at some of these people who really want to go to a game but can't because they're being priced out or they weren't season ticket holders, so they weren't able to get in that first lottery. And to that, I say, yeah, it really sucks. I know my parents, they haven't been season ticket holders for 20 years. They're going to buy a couple of season passes for next year. They're changing that up because they want to be in the building that much. If you really want to get in the building for regular season games, for big playoff games as well, it does, if when the team is good, it does kind of pay to be a season ticket holder. The way I view it, Cal, and you can tell me if you disagree or not, but the way I view it is if you're a season ticket holder, kiss 1 or 2 extra vacations goodbye. That's where your money's going. Going to Sabres games, that's your ritual, that's your hobby, that's your vacation. That's how I equate it out.
Exactly. Yeah, and you got to recoup some of that, especially with all the losses. And it's expensive too. Like you said, inflation and even Sabre season tickets prices are way less than like a Montreal or a Toronto, but you got to recoup. Like there's a reason why Toronto fans take over arena and Montreal fans. The season ticket holders know they can get a good price for their tickets, and I don't fault them for that, but maybe that starts to shift. The Sabres are finally to a point now, maybe, where the game against Toronto is worth maybe not getting $100 for. I'll take the hit on that. I'll go watch that game because we have a chance to win. It's going to be a fun game.
Right.
I know weekend games, holiday games, same sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And it sucks. It really does suck not to be able to get into the arena for a Sabres playoff game. These things haven't come by very often. But it is what it is. I mean, we can complain online as much as we want, like a lot of other things. Doesn't mean people will listen. Take it as you will. So that's just kind of my opinion about it. Cal, I don't know if you know this, but we're only 11 subscribers away. What do you think could be a healthy remedy to get up to 3,500?
3,500? I mean, I think if we get to 3,500 subs today, the Sabres will for sure play it in a playoff game. I'm hearing that. Even though they clinched, there is a rumor that if we don't get 3,500 subs today, that the Sabres will be excluded from the Stanley Cup playoffs. So in order to prevent any shenanigans from happening, we need 11 more subscribers. Let's see if we can do it.
Absolutely. And the best way to do that is to click that big red button. Is it red anymore? Is it red? Do we know? There's been so many updates to the YouTube interface. I have no. Is it gray? That's stupid. Why would YouTube do that? The red button was so classic. Either way, smash that subscribe button, chat. There's 82 of you. I guarantee 11 of you haven't subscribed. You can tell how tired I am. I'm just kind of saying words at this point. But if you like what you see, if you like what you see, we'll continue to keep doing Sabres games. And doesn't matter if I'm getting close to finals. Cal, are you getting close to final season?
Yeah, we're getting there. Luckily for me, I have a lot of online classes, so a lot of my finals are just papers. So those I've been kind of ticking away at the last couple of weeks. But there'll certainly be a week in May where I'm grinding a paper or two out, but not too bad.
Yeah. Well, either way, we're gonna keep doing as many Sabres games as possible. And I'm getting really concerned, Cal, that I may not be able to see every single Sabres game. I don't know yet whether or not whenever there's a game, a playoff game on ESPN, for example, or ESPN2, whether they'll simulcast it onto ESPN Plus. Because again, ESPN and ESPN Plus are two separate things. And I don't pay for the ESPN, the cable stuff. I only pay for ESPN Plus. The cable stuff's like another $10 a month. So
you might have to do it for the Sabres, for the playoffs. It might have to be a quick cancellation.
Oh, and I may have to take it from us. God, I really, I may have to. Maybe you're right. I am loyal to the crest. Are you guys loyal to the crest? Huh? I know Kale's
Oh, yeah.
loyal to the crest. I
Gotta
know
do it.
Jane's loyal to the crest. Let me look through chat. I'll tell you who's loyal to the crest right now. Victor is, Sawyer is, Lamario is, Coyote is, Jay Lask is. I already said Coyote. Woke is Joke. I miss him. Woke is Joke. He's back. Marcus. But yeah,
Well,
I know all you guys.
it wasn't the chip. It was I'm haven't gotten a lot of sleep lately, and my throat's been a little scratchy, so I almost
Yeah,
started
what's keeping
coughing,
you
but
up?
it had nothing to do with the chips, unfortunately.
What's keeping you up so late at night, huh? Are you okay? Do you need a cuddle?
Been traveling around.
I understand. Hey, Kale, we're 7 away now. 4 people just subscribed.
7 away, let's go.
7 away.
We're in West Virginia watching Slade's games and a lot of driving, a lot of traveling. But we are back on here. Third period has started. Sabres win the draw.
I'm gone. Bye, guys.
Bye, Don.
Bye.
Thank you for joining. Let me change this view real quick. That should fix that there. Now McLeod. Ferguson's on the ice for the Lightning. Samuelson shoots it in. Now to Quinn. Quinn around the outside. Samuelson back to the point. His shot goes wide. Power behind the net. Muscling his way. That shot down behind the net. Now the Lightning can regroup. 19 minutes to go. Sabres, can they hold the lead? That'll be the question. Sawyer. Oh, yeah. Kucherov with an open look. That one goes wide, bounces behind the net. And it's covered up by UPL. No, it's more so allergies than a sickness. Again, we were 80-degree weather a couple days ago, and now traveled back up here where it is 30 degrees the next couple days. So, and a lot of weekends in the warmth and weekdays in the cold. Takes a day to kind of get back on the same page, I guess. Lightning win the draw. Radish slap shot goes wide. Lightning able to keep it in the zone though. Doan, his pass up to Norris. 2-on-1. If they hurry, Doan takes a shot and it goes way wide. Aim in top corner. Benson keeps it in. Slides it around. Power at the point. Up top to Samuelson. Samuelson down low. Benson. He gets crunched off the puck. And the Lightning head back the other way. Played by Moser. Now Byram. Puck jumps over his stick. And Tampa keeps it in. That could be a pivotal mistake. Saucer pass in the middle of the ice. Held in. Played around. So Tampa gets their full change off and they're able to hold possession. This could be bad. Tuck gets a good stick on it. Held in. And now Chernak's slap shot deflected up and out of play. Good stick by Byram. Krebs got a piece of that as well. 17:28 to go. That's all the Sabres have left to milk this one out. We have hit our light goal of 50. Let's see. 7 subs away. See if we can do it before the end of this game, guys. Sabres fourth line out there with Shen and Stanley. Hold your breath. Lightning back at center ice. Slap it on in. UPL. Stanley. The Sabres clear. Ball down low to Gensel. Point shot. That one goes wide. Paul regroups at the point. Paul shot. Shen blocks that one in front of the net, but the Lightning keep it in. Point shot. That one held on to by UPL. And Stanley took down Gensel after the play, and now we got a little pushing and shoving. But it looks like the Lightning are tentative to attack with Stanley and the rest of that fourth line out there. Michigan not holding on to that lead, huh? Mr. Powerline, how's it going? A lot of you guys are probably curious. We have a wild protein chips. That's what we're snacking on here. 16:44 to go here in the game. And they're keeping Stanley on the ice. A little bit of a long shift here, but an interesting usage of Shen and Stanley this game, trying to match up against the physicality and aggressiveness of the Lightning. McLeod on the faceoff. It shoots all the way up near the near board or the far boards, and it'll end up behind the net to UPL. Swung around. It's not going to have enough for an icing. The Lightning will chase after it. Harry couldn't handle that one. No icing the other way. Shen is past to Zucker. Yeah, power line, the NHL Network blackout. A lot of people not very happy tonight. Delay is 20 seconds. Yeah, you might have to just pause the game. I apologize about that, but it's a YouTube delay. Aline down low. His wrist shot. Oh, it takes a weird bounce right in front of Vasilevsky, but no savers were there. So Moser will get it set up for the Lightning, and he will ice the puck. 15:44, faceoff coming back in the Lightning zone. UConn up. Oh, wow. So usually this season, when the Sabres are up in the third, they play that traditional defensive mode hockey, hold on to the lead, try not to lose. Doesn't usually work out, at least in the beginning. I mean, they win a lot of games when they're up in the third, of course, but usually they play better when they stay aggressive, get that second goal, go up by 2, and then start to bury the hatchet. Does the NHL blackout games? They do with certain games. I don't know exactly which ones, but NHL Network games I know get blacked out in a certain region. It's a whole mess. You were at the game and had to leave. Ugh. Glove save there by Vasilevsky, and Benson getting into it behind the net. No fight after that. It's Moser and Benson shoving each other. Lenova and got sick. Oh. Yeah, the Sabres they've improved their food choices this year. I'll give them that, but still not the best. And there's some evidence. Hopefully you got to see at least some of the game. Back to the point for Dahlin. Dahlin can't wiggle his way through the Tampa defenders, but it's held in. Momentarily now out. The Sabres will chase back after it in their own end. Matthias Samuelsson, first on it. Then back into the Sabres end. Luukkonen. Up to Tuck. Drops it for Thompson, but he's not on the same wavelength as Thompson. It's a giveaway. Now Thompson strips it right back. His pass is a beauty to Tuck. Shot, blocker save. And that rebound goes all the way back to center ice. So Tuck, bad pass to Thompson. Thompson finds a perfect pass to Tuck to give him an opportunity. Power. Deflected in by Greenway, so no icing. Fourth line out there for the Sabres. Lightning have their first line out there, so this is not a great matchup. Wyram. He'll shovel it out towards center ice, and the Sabres kind of trying to play keep away here for the last 14 minutes now. There you go. At least you got the beer saver. Greenway. He'll chip it up towards center ice. Glove down there by Radish. Power behind the net. I'd pass to Dunn. Dunn backhand around the net. Sabres in the mix of a change. Zucker. He gets stripped along the boards. Dunn couldn't touch up because he was changing, so now it's going to be a Corey Perry opportunity. His shot goes wide. A nice opportunity there. The Lightning's first of the period. And they will have some offensive momentum here. It looks like a glove is gone from a Lightning player. Picked up with the puck's outside the zone now. And chipped back in. Shen first on it behind the net. Shen slides it up. Corey Perry keeps it in, but now he is crushed by Shen. And Zucker chips it down the ice. No icing. There we go. That's what we want to see out of Shen. There's a yellow balloon in the crowd that's bouncing its way around. And it turned over now. Stone couldn't get it up to any other Sabres player, though. So comes outside the zone and now back in. Gergensen's up to Gord. Samuelson and his own net left there. Oh, and we got a big collision by Norris. No penalty there. Looks like Norris took out his guy. Maybe a little incidental contact, I guess. Gord slaps it around. UPL able to knock that one down behind the net. But Gord keeps it at the point, looking for a pass in front of the net. Good stick by Thompson to block that one. Pass to Tuck. Now inside the Lightning end, behind the net. Moser to Radish. Radish just sneaks it outside, and now Gensel deep in the Sabres end, chasing after Power. Power plays it to Byram. Byram turns Kucherov all over him. Slides it to Power. Power, Tuck jumps on him, but Tuck able to just get it outside the zone, and now it's given to Thompson. Gives it away in the middle of the ice. And it's back and forth outside, inside the zone. Sabres fourth line back out there as Gensel now sneaks into the Sabres end along the near boards. Down low to point. Sabres going to ice the puck now. 11:24 to go. On a goal from Thompson. Hopefully we see one. The merch was okay. I didn't get that. They gave us a poster saying we're back. I saw that, and the merch looked a little overpriced. $50 for a t-shirt. Kind of crazy. On the we're back theme. Oh, weird deflection there. UPL able to stay with it. I like the theme. I mean, again, whenever you claim you're back, you got to be careful. You got to live up to it. You can't say, "Oh, we're back," and then you get bounced in the first round. You gotta make a statement in the playoffs. But they're definitely not the Sabres of the old. Harry in his own end. Good stick by Malenstein. Block an outlet pass. Lightning have to regroup. McDonough. Clapped in on UPL. He's going to think twice about letting that one go. He'll hold on to that one and whistle with 10:38 to go. We'll head to commercial. We only have 3 minutes left on our donation goal. Let's see if somebody can complete that one before the end of this commercial break. 118 people in here. Keep liking, keep subscribing. We are getting close to 3.5K subs. We'll see if we can get that tonight. We are 5 away. Let's see if 5 more of you guys can subscribe. That would be a huge accomplishment tonight, getting to 3,500 subs. And let's smash that donation goal real quick. Get that off the screen. Be disappointed if we don't make the second round at least, which is crazy because I'm right there with you. But in the beginning of the season, I said even if we got swept 4 games in the first round, I would take that. Got to end the drought. Teams overachieved to a point where our expectations might be a little too high, but nothing wrong with that. A commercial break pretty much halfway through the period. The Jets are up 3-1 on the Kraken. That's the only other game going on right now in the league. Yeah, Sawyer, you don't have to. I mean, Sawyer has done a whole lot for this channel, so do not need any money from Sawyer, of course. Sawyer, you are banned from donating. Thank you for being a member. Thank you for the constant support. They definitely are good enough. I mean, it's looking like Montreal they might play, but if they win this game, it could definitely be Tampa. I could see Montreal jumping us both. Sabres could go on a run, win the Division 2, and end up playing Boston. I'd give us like a 40% chance to play Montreal. Yeah, no Elijah tonight. That's disappointing, right? Slap shot by Paul goes wide, behind the net to McLeod. McLeod skates it outside the zone. Up top. Coming in with speed. His shot goes wide. And it goes all the way back to Shen. Shen dumps it. He's just going to ice the puck. That's not what you want to do. 10:08 to go in the game. Icing. 121 people in here. Like and sub. We are getting so close to 3.5K. Thank you guys for being in here. 5 subs away. Let's get that right now, guys. I know 5 of you guys probably aren't subbed in the chat. Let's just get that goal real quick. Yeah, Elijah's definitely at the game. Enjoying the beer, Sabres. McLeod versus Gensel on the face-off. McLeod wins it back to Shen. A big face-off win after an icing. Shen dumps it down, this time not an icing. Sabres look to change. The Lightning really quick back in the other end. Point. Can't let him get a shot in. He's got a very quick release. Kucherov back to the point. That one blocked and outside the zone. Zucker part of that one, and he goes off for a change. Lightning back in. Kucherov takes a shot. Oh, UPL just able to stay with that one. And now it's lifted out to center ice. Good knockdown by the Lightning, and they're quick back the other way. Gensel, good stick there by Dahlin to knock that one off. But stolen right back. Points, keeps it in the zone. And there's a weird bounce in front of UPL. He keeps the blocker down. They're jamming away at it. It's going to be whistled down, held on to by UPL. And here we go, Gensel and Benson. Samuelson gets in there. Benson starts throwing some punches, but the refs are all over it before we could get an actual fight. So still no fights in this game. We'll probably have some 4-on-4 hockey as a result of this one. There we go. We got another sub. 4 subs. We have a commercial break here. Let's get 4 subs real quick. Let's get to 3,500 subs. We can stop talking about it and enjoy the last little bit of this game. 4-on-4 hockey coming up, though. It's going to be crazy. All right, 3 more subs. Let's do it. 3 more subs, guys. Two more. Keep doing it. Who's going to be the lucky 3,500? We are 2 subs away from 3,500 at the commercial break. 2 away. See where we're at now. Still 2 away. We will get there by the end here. Thank you guys for being here. 130 people in here watching. Commercial break. Jonathan, appreciate it. Yeah, almost a fight in the first. I think we'll see one if no one scores on this 4-on-4. Something to fire these teams up towards the end. Sold the beer saver without beer. Yeah, I'd assume, I guess you could get it with anything in it. Got one for your son and your son. I mean, that's a cool little keepsake, too, if this is the only year they do it. Zara says, who will win? I'm still keeping my prediction of the Sabres. We will see. We are 1 sub away from 3,500. Can we hit it at the buzzer here before the puck drops? Colin Thompson on the faceoff. Byram. His drop pass to Tage. 4-on-4, 9-10 to go in the game. There it is, 3,500 subs. As the Sabres enter the zone. Thompson and Norris in the offensive zone. Paul muscles it out. Back to center ice for Power. Power. He's going to drop. Back to Thompson. Thompson shakes, makes the guy miss. He's got some space in the middle of the ice. Back to Power, slap shot. And that one goes wide. Had a good look there, but a long slap shot. Both teams will change. 1:15 to go in the 4-on-4. A dangerous situation for the Sabres here. You don't want to give the Lightning too many good looks. But you also cannot play too defensive here and not take your offensive chances that you're bound to get here on a 4-on-4. Radish slap shot at the point. That one blocked. McLeod, no Sabres skating up ice, so he's going to have to pass it all the way up to Tuck. And 3 guys in their own end. They'll circle around. Passing it back to Samuelson. Up to Dahlin. Waiting for the Lightning to bite a little bit. Dahlin gets into an open part inside the zone, but Vasilevsky behind the net to pick that pass off. And Radish will get it back up the ice for the Lightning. Sabres should probably change, which they do. Got to have fresh legs out here on less men advantages. We see that in the 3-on-3 a lot, where one guy gets stuck out there and all of a sudden you're screwed as a unit. Byram behind his own net, picks it off. 16 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Tipped up, they say it hit a lightning stick, so no icing. Chernak behind his own net, backhands it. And 5 seconds left on the 4-on-4, so nobody's going to score on that. Big hit by Krebs! And Benson hops out of the box, as well as Gensel, and now we have a whistle, and oh, we got an injury. It's a shoulder injury. At Holmberg. Holmberg is down after Krebs absolutely crushed him right by the penalty boxes. He's getting up now, skating slowly off. Again, he's skating with his head down, and Krebs came over and hit him, and oh, he went really awkwardly into the boards. Not a dirty hit by any means. Kind of falling down as he got hit. And oh, that might have popped his shoulder out. And he knew it too. You hate to see that. We're at 3,506 subs now, so I appreciate you guys with the overflow. I appreciate you guys. Again, all the success we have on here is only because of you guys, so I appreciate it. And the more followers or subs, the more likes, the more viewers, is just more people to interact with on here. More fun for everyone involved. Sabres win the draw, now back 5-on-5. Schenn slaps it in. Held in by Stanley to Schenn. Stanley and Schenn getting a lot of ice time here late in this game. Malenstein throws his man to the ice. Dunn all over it behind the net. Now it gets played to the blue line. Greenway outside the zone, chips it back in. Sabres go for a change. 6:49 to go. Time's a ticking. Harry brings it into the Sabres end. Stops. Throws it into an open corner. Norris, good stick to knock it down behind the net. Now he gives it away. In front of the net, dangerous. Look, Perry takes a shot and a blocker saved by UPL. Way to get over there. The Schenn was not covering down low, and they're still stuck in the Sabres end, though. This time, Schenn's all over Perry in front of the net. It has an easy pass if you wanted. He's just got to circle back as both teams change. Pass it up. That's deflected by a Sabre. No icing. Vasilevsky has to touch it up behind the net. And Moser's pass was up to center ice. Point. Lightning pressing a little bit here. We'll see if it leads to an odd man rush the other way. Gensel to the point. Moser. That's going to be a good look. Wrist shot. UPL went down on his pads there. Trying to see it. It got blocked in front. Radish slapped out right into the glove of UPL. That's a hard shot to save. Radish has had a goal-scoring affair this year. But with 5:45 to go in the third, we'll go to commercial. Yeah, Sanchez, we were talking about that earlier. It's crazy how many blackouts and subscriptions you need to watch this stuff. So appreciate you guys being here, listening to me. Try my best here to let you guys know what's going on. But I completely understand people not wanting to pay for access to these games. So final chance right now in the chat. Let me know final score predictions right now. This is your last chance to do it before it becomes too close to the end. Tampa should pull the goalie soon. They will. Probably second last commercial break of the game. See if the Sabres can hold on. And we think back to the last time there was a close game like this, where the Sabres had a 1-goal lead at the end. Tampa ended up scoring with like 1 second left off a Radish goal, and they lost in overtime. It was one of the last games before the, I think it was the second last game before the Olympic break. There you go, Marcus. I appreciate it. See a lot of 4-2, empty net. Banana giving us a timestamp on that goal, too. Keep that in mind. 1:22. We got Spencer Brown in attendance, and is that Osiris Torrance? He's got a blank jersey on. No, Travis Clayton and Alec Anderson. I looked up for 2 seconds and saw a guy with a beard, thought it was Spencer Brown. So 2 backup offensive linemen for the Bills. He wants the Krebs goal. 8-7 Sabres. We're going to need a whole lot of scoring in these last couple of minutes. 4-3 Sabres. Okay. Defensive zone faceoff for the Sabres. Tampa wins it. Radish up top. It gets lost. But held in. McLeod, another good pick there, and he's able to slap it out. 5:30 to go. It goes all the way around the net and outside the zone. Now Radish. Puck off the skates of a Lightning player and back into the Lightning zone. 5-3, okay. UConn up. Yeah, future starter Alec Anderson. Darlene slaps it down. They say no icing because it hit a lightning stick in Radish. Radish has been out there for a lot of minutes today. 5 minutes exactly to go in this game. You look for the goalie to get pulled around the 3-minute mark, maybe in this game, 2:30. I mean, the Lightning just have so many dangerous pieces when they get out there with the man advantage that you'd think they'd want it sooner than later. Zucker chips it out to center ice. Again, Lightning pressing too. We very well could see a Sabres odd man rush out of this if somebody jumps a pass. Cleared again. Sabres going to keep quickly changing in this game. 4:30 to go. Sabres fourth line out there now. Big hit at the line by Malenstein. The Lightning keep it in. Blocked. Great block by Josh Dunn. And Power slides it around. That one is going to be an icing. 4:04 icing. Whistle down there. 150 people in there. Like and sub if you guys are new. And the Sabres tie for first place again. .404 to go. Fourth line out here. They're going to be a little tired too. And the goalie is out. Empty net with 4:04, I guess. Tampa Bay realizing on icing. Fourth line out there. Might as well take our chances. Josh Dunn wins the draw. And UPL's going to hold on to it, allowing the Sabres to change if they want. We'll see if they keep Vasilevsky out there. And now Vasilevsky is going to go back in. .402 goalie back in the net. Face off, they're going to redo it. Gensel and Norris on the draw. 4:01. They shaved a second, I guess. 29-26 in favor of the Lightning on face-offs this game. And once again, we're going to have to redo the draw. And starting to become a little restless. Some grunts. Norris wins it. Darlene with the puck. Again, keep in mind, no empty net anymore. But the Sabres get it outside the zone up to the red line, and Samuelson will dump it the rest of the way. In Vasilevsky touches up to Radish. Stolen by Benson behind the net, but a plethora of Lightning players all over him. Sabres got to play a clean game here. You don't want to take a penalty with this full-on Lightning attack these last couple of minutes. Kucherov, a nice move. His pass almost snuck through to Gensel. Now there's a drop pass, a shot. Oh, UPL doesn't know where it is. It's in front of the net. Pops back out. Samuelson backhands it down the ice. Vasilevsky still in the net, though. 3:20 to go. Is that going to be an icing on the Lightning? It is with 3:16. $163 people in here. Go. The 3,507 subs. Appreciate all the support today. A massive game. It's fun as a Buffalo fan to have these type of games after so many just terrible seasons. Offensive zone faceoff for the Sabres. 3:16 to go in the third. Krebs versus Gensel on the draw. Gensel wins it. I'd start looking at the goalie now. Point tips it, but it goes back to Power and can't pull the goalie when the Sabres have the puck. Power up to Tage. He chips it the rest of the way in. Cernak on it. Cernak around the net. Trying to find a lane to the red line, and now all the way up. Power gloves it down, and he's going to wrist it to the point, but it's not out. Now I'd assume the goalie's coming out. Loose in front of the net. Thompson, still no empty net. Thompson up top. Puck. Place it behind the Tampa Bay net. McDonough able to touch up. Back deep in the Sabres end. Quinn has a little bit of space. Still no goalie out. Quinn, nice pass, but McLeod wasn't looking for it. Would have been a 2-on-1 if McLeod knew it was coming. Instead, it's back the other way. Yanni Gord. He misplays that one, and now McLeod will play it to Dahlin to an open point, and he will flip it way up in the air. Glove down by Tampa in Radish. Download to Gensel. Gensel flips one in on UPL, and he's going to keep that one in play. Empty net now for Tampa Bay. There's Quinn. Can he get a shot on the net? He does, and it is in! Jack Quinn with an empty net goal. Somehow the puck squeaked by to him, and he put a roller in. That one curved right in the empty net. A perfect goal for Jack Quinn. And the Buffalo Sabres are going to win this one. What a win for this group of guys. Even if it doesn't lead to the Sabres winning the division, this is a huge game to reinforce the fact that this team can beat the best of the best. And of course, the home crowd being a major factor in this game. But look at that, just a curveball right into the empty net for Jack Quinn. Bang. Crowd is fired up. Back tied for first in the Atlantic. And UPL gets the assist on the Jack Quinn goal. Ain't that great? Now, it ain't over yet. I know I said it was, but we still got a minute 54 to go. 4-2. You'd assume the Lightning pull him again. Why not? Lightning clear it into the Sabres end. Byram battling Kucherov in the corner. Oh, pops right out in front. Gensel, big pad save. Sliding over, and Malenstein with a huge save there. Empty net again. Done to Byram. He's going to try the full-length goal again. And this one isn't going to go, but it's no icing off a Lightning stick. Best fans in the NHL, I got to agree. Sticking with them. Point now as a good lane. Up top, his pass gets deflected, but held in, and now the Lightning can work. 1:17 to go. They need one quick if they want to come back in this game. Stone fighting for it. He's going to just clear it. Norris chasing after it, or Benson on it. And Gensel chips one in. UPL's going to try the goalie goal, and that one's not going to clear the zone. I think he was just trying to clear the zone, but it didn't work out. Gensel now has a look. That shot goes wide. Lightning able to keep it in. Up top to Kucherov. Slap pass gets blocked. Benson has a look. Going to be a long one. He's just going to flip it to the blue line. 40 seconds to go. Hall. Tucker with another assist on that Quinn goal. Multi-point night for him. Only 29 seconds to go. Still the empty net. Tuck behind the net. Plays it to Thompson. Thompson's just going to try to pin it along the boards. It squeaks out for the Lightning. To the point. There's a shot. That one blocked, but held in. 15 seconds to go. This game is over, but will the Lightning score again in front of the net? It's still loose. Now played to the side. Krebs to Dahlin. He's just going to wrist it around the boards. It's out. 5 seconds to go. And that is it. The Sabres take down the Lightning 4-2. And they are back, tied for first place in the Atlantic Division. Tampa Bay will go on to Ottawa tomorrow to face a hungry Ottawa Senators team. The Sabres now 102 points, the most since 06-07, where they finished with 113 points. I don't think they're going to touch that number this year. But anyway, a great season for the Sabres. Keeps on rolling. Holy moly. So, guys, what a night. Thank you guys for being here. Jack Quinn with the empty netter. Jason Zucker with the game winner. Let's freaking go. And any Lightning fans in here, seeding, it matters, but at the same time, still a long season to go. I mean, a lot can change in these last couple games, and we're all going to make the playoffs. So, a fun game. Not as much fighting as I thought there was going to be, but still a classic. Wow. What a game. Sabres celebrating on the ice now, acknowledging the fans. Sabretooth waving the goat head flag. Again, before you guys leave, be sure to leave a like, subscribe. Again, join us for the next stream. Check out the Sabres schedule here again. Wednesday, it is a TNT game. If you guys don't get TNT, be sure to be here. Don will be streaming that game against the Rangers. Hopefully a win, but they just beat up on the Capitals. Jason Zucker, the first star of the game. Thursday night against the Blue Jackets, I'll be streaming that game. I believe I might actually be at an event, but Thursday night, Blue Jackets. Then the next week, there's only 2 more. Don will have you with the Sabres Blackhawks. I'll be on for intermission that one Monday. And then next Wednesday, Sabres Stars. Last game of the season before playoffs. Don will be live with that one as well. These games could mean a whole lot for seeding. So you guys will want to be here watching. Alex Tuck, another star of the game. And I missed whoever was the second star, but I mean, Omar, we're not winning anything this year, but we just took down the Lightning, so looks like a win to me. Looks like the Sabres might own the Lightning right now. 75 likes, love to see it. Yeah, 3-0-1 against Tampa. Should have been 4-0 if they didn't give up a goal with 1 second to go. But yeah, I appreciate you guys being in here. All love. Always fun to talk hockey. Lightning now tied in points, but they still have a game in hand on Buffalo. Big game in Ottawa tomorrow night. So Tuck giving props to UPL in this post-game interview. 4 games left. That's crazy to see Tuck interview because in what is probably his last year as a Sabre, unless he takes a team-friendly deal, he finally gets the payoff. He finally gets the crowd, the playoffs. I mean, it's going to be a sad departure if Tuck leaves Buffalo. Tuck definitely has become one of my favorites over the last few years, and I think he'll end up being everyone's, top 10 Sabre. There's a kid holding up the newspaper there. Sabres are back. Right behind the post game. You'll love to see that. Absolutely, Victor. Thank you, guys. Sawyer. Thank you, Coyote. Truth. Thank you guys so much. Got to shout out the regulars. What a game. I can only imagine how fun it was to be there, but thank you guys for being in the chat and at least trying to, get some of that energy that was live and in person. And with regulation wins now against Tampa, you love to see that. Wow. What a game, what a game, what a game. Four 2-2. Final in Buffalo. Yeah, Tuck. I honestly, it's going to be tough to keep him money wise, but there's a chance. I mean, say the Sabres win the cup, I think he'd sign here for $5 million, right? So obviously hoping for a Tampa Bay loss tomorrow, but Montreal, they have just been so good recently. I could easily see them now sneaking up, taking that first seed. Imagine a Sabres Lightning first round. Whew. That would be cinema. Yeah, the fact that they were in on Thomas is telling about Tuck. But again, that could all change. I mean, you have some success in the playoffs, and all of a sudden Tuck and his camp and the Sabres, they find middle ground where, say, at the trade deadline, we were kind of unknown, right? We figured playoffs, but we didn't know where we were going to be. You don't know the future now. Maybe Tuck reconsiders. Huck, Benson, UPL were awesome tonight. I agree. Huck with some penalties, but the goal was great. The hustle was great. Benson, as always, just an absolute dog. And UPL has been phenomenal down the stretch. The last, you could say the whole season. UPL's been great. Alex Lyon, I will continue to say, let's not forget, Alex Lyon single-handedly kept the Sabres in it this season in the beginning of the year. Games that they lost by one or, barely won, he was just incredible. So even if he doesn't play again this season and continues to struggle, we cannot forget about Alex Lyon's effort this season. And Colton Ellis, too, just being there as a third guy, as much as I don't like the 3-goalie system. He could come in, and he's a reliable third option. Norris looked decent, too. Great point. Josh Norris finally showing the ability to shoot the puck. Gets a goal, gets rewarded for it, and I think he managed to kind of progress as the game went on and built that confidence. I would still like to see McLeod shoot the puck more, but that'll come. Lion King is still the king. Yeah, gotta give Lion credit. He became one of my favorites early on in the season, and cannot forget about what he's done for this team. I'd feel weird ending the stream with 52 people in it, so I'll keep talking until more of you guys leave. It was just been a crazy year. I mean, no one expected this amount of success. I did say in the beginning of the year I could see this team making the playoffs. You got to luck into it eventually, and a lot of the analytics pages broke it down pretty well. But with that being said, it is very difficult to kind of tell myself a couple months ago that the Sabres would be tied for first in the Atlantic with 4 games to go. Yeah, McLeod, I think he'll turn up, though. UPL's the goalie you were always hoping he could be. Completely agree. Yeah, Levi, though. Again, goalies take a while to develop, so there's a chance 4 years from now Levi's the starter. I mean, it's not unheard of. Yeah, Liam, huge dub. I think we're going to end it there. Thank you guys for joining the stream. It means the world to me that you guys are here talking Sabres hockey, talking Lightning hockey with me. Till next time, again, Don will be live Wednesday night against the Rangers. Theoretically should be a win, but you never know this late in the season. So thank you guys for joining, and I will